Warning. Broken simulation. Broken simulation. With Sam Tripoli.
Welcome to Johnny Woodard Presents Broken Simulation, starring Johnny Woodard and Hey Johnny, how are you? So just so you know, tensions are high in the studio. Johnny showed up way late.
Yeah, we had traffic.
Yeah, you know what, Johnny?
It was bad.
I was gonna go nuts, but you know what? You said the one thing I could trust, and that is that fucking driving's getting ridiculous out here in Los Angeles. Stupid people are littering our roadways, like the dumbest of dumb.
I was actually early every day this week, but tonight, when you think the traffic would be easy,
Yeah.
at
Chill.
7 o'clock in the night, 8 o'clock.
We're recording this on Thursday night.
Yeah.
Chill. Drive slow. Enjoy your life. Then what?
Took me 3 times as long as it normally takes.
And when there was an accident?
I didn't see anything.
Oh, you said you saw an
Well,
accident.
no, it was on the Waze. It showed an accident, but I didn't see it.
So everyone's like,
Yeah, I don't know.
oh, can I see it? Dude, Johnny, if you had to name worst car person driving combo, what would it be for you in LA? Worst driving combo. Human being with type of car.
Okay. It's a woman.
No, you can go really easy with Asian in any car. That's real easy to go with.
That's too easy.
That's too easy.
Yeah, it's a woman.
It is a
Who
woman.
looks like she is the wife of a big shit Hollywood producer.
I'm
driving
in my
one
world.
of those big ass Lexus SUVs, one of those huge fucking SUVs,
I'm there with you.
and she goes really slow, and she's just all over the lane.
She's all over the place.
No concept of the light turning green because she's on her phone.
I'm with you on that. Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Everyone used to think Asians.
Move, bitch.
Boom, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. It used to be Asians in any car, right? That would be the worst. And everyone's like, okay, that's too easy. Then it became Mexicans in anything bigger than a minivan. Because Mexicans are the only people getting smaller. Have you noticed this? Like everybody else is getting bigger. They look like the smaller people in the Russian salt shakers.
I wonder if it's because in LA they're all doing like landscaping work, so they're evolving to be closer to the ground.
Kind of like giraffes getting closer to respect on that.
Yeah, pulling those weeds out.
And I'm sure that's scientifically proven. So yes, that's probably why.
Well, we believe in science on this
Yeah,
show.
we are. This is the #1 science podcast. Okay, the #1 science pod. We talk to scientists.
Big time. We're like Shane Moss, basically.
We are.
We're like two Shane. We're Shane Mice.
We're like
Shane
a
Mice.
legit Shane Moss.
We're Shane Mice. That's what it's called, so.
We're Shane Mice. Right, we're
Minus the fucking hate
fucking
for-
shish kebabbing our brain in a mental facility.
Exactly.
Minus that part. Like we're into the we're and I did a lot of drugs, by the way. Yeah. There's a new king or queen.
Okay.
Young girls in new Mercedes Benz.
Oh, okay. I almost got you there.
Right
Okay.
there.
Yeah, I was close.
Dude, okay, listen. We're already deep in like being this is like totally offensive podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm all about that action, just so you know, okay?
Try to cancel us.
Wish a motherfucker would. Okay? Please come get us. We need some heat.
Good luck.
Can't kill the canceled. Can we call that the new? Can't cancel the canceled?
Can't cancel the canceled. Yeah.
Can't cancel the canceled.
Uncancelable. That's us.
Can't cancel the canceled. Young chicks in fucking primo Mercedes, white Mercedes Benz. #1, like the rules do not the rules do not fucking, what am I trying to say?
They don't
attain
apply
to them? Not to attain.
They don't apply.
Apply. There we
Yeah.
go, Johnny. Can you cut that out? I know you won't. The rules do not apply to them. Right? So the other day, I was like in this line, I was on the street trying to go. There was a brand new white Mercedes Benz in front of me at the stop sign with the blinker going right. I'm sitting there. I'm trying to find patience. I'm trying to be zen.
It's a red light, and you're waiting on them to
No
turn
red
right?
light, just a sign. Stop sign.
And they're just sitting there.
They're just sitting there.
You hit the horn?
Hit the horn nice. Hey, man, you
fuck
probably thought people were
Just a little friendly horn.
nothing. Sitting there again. Nothing. So I go around. She's just sitting on her phone, gives me a dirty look, and just keeps writing on her phone.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's so
And,
annoying.
you know, it's like, and here's the thing
Selfish.
about it, dude. Like, how does a chick that age get that car?
Oh, you know how.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and we could be called sexist here, which would probably be the nicest thing said to us.
I mean,
so far.
you know how she started her own company and she's the CEO
she worked it from
of
the bottom.
yeah, exactly.
And she did. Like, what's best case scenario there, Johnny? In real, I like a young 20-year-old hot chick in a super souped up car.
Best case scenario is probably
Best
like
case scenario.
Pops is like a doctor or something. That's what I'm
What?
thinking. Pops is a doctor.
No,
Dad.
best case scenario in terms of making her own money.
Oh, okay. Stripper.
Influencer.
Stripper. Oh, influencer. Yeah.
Yeah,
or stripper.
influencer, which makes her what? Garbage.
Garbage person,
right?
yeah.
Like, have you ever met an influencer where you're like, well, that guy's a really good dude, has wholesome values.
He's so deep. Yeah. That influencer's
Man,
a really
that
deep guy.
influencer's very zen. He just wants to make the world a better place.
I learned
and he
a lot
isn't
from that
hawking dog
influencer,
shit,
man.
right?
Dude, if anybody who lacks self-awareness enough to such a degree that they say their career is influencer,
Yeah.
automatically is an idiot.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So you're like, do you think influencer is the nice way of saying propagandist, basically?
We should go look on Facebook at just all the people who list influencer.
Oh
as
yeah,
their
I would
job,
love that.
just
How
at their
about how
picture.
about how about this, Johnny? Manipulator? Would that be a good name too? Manipulator.
Yeah, brainwasher.
Hi, I'm a manipulator. I get you
programmer.
to buy shit. Do you remember when Instagram models were killing it in whey protein?
Yeah.
Like they just were selling whey protein everywhere, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, dude, I need some whey protein."
The most popular influencers on Instagram.
Here we go. Here we go.
This is from Influence for You. This is one of my favorite publications, by the way. Influence for You.
Listen, dude.
The number 4, of course.
Oh yeah.
At least it's not the letter U.
Yeah, I can't believe it's not like influ. There isn't. Like,
Oh, look at this fucking douchebag right here.
All
bro.
right, let's see his name.
Look at this guy.
Okay, do you have a problem right off the bat? Oakley's, and then like almost white dreads.
I mean, obviously a photoshopped image here of,
Of
him
course,
on the
of course.
wing of a plane.
And what's he? How many followers he got?
Let us see. 57 million
Okay,
followers.
I can't hate you for that, dude. I
No,
can't
I mean,
hate you for that.
That's a legit number right
That's
there.
a legit number.
Look at. Oh yeah,
You basically have the Ukraine following you. That's about it.
yeah, really. Yeah,
You have the Ukraine. He's got the Ukraine. Now who's next?
This is Huda Beauty, 50 million followers here. Let's take a
Okay,
look.
and
How to
she
snatch your nose
basically
in
is like.
5 easy
Oh,
steps.
it's makeup
Step
tutorial.
1, use
Okay,
a
yeah,
brown shade
which-
slightly darker
Johnny,
than your skin tone.
Do you know
I'm
the
using
two
coconut
biggest
oil,
things
something
bought
powder I
on
really
cell
love.
phones
Draw
are?
2
Do you know
lines,
the
cut
two
the
biggest
picture
things?
Well, now I'm going to say makeup because you.
That's number. I think number one are iPhone, like actual buying of cell phones.
Okay.
And the next one is makeup.
Amazing.
Yeah, makeup, dude. And you remember when Alyssa Keys like, "Hey girls, we gotta
God.
stop wearing makeup," and we were like, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah, well, and that's funny because Alicia Keys for a decade pimped that acne shit.
Yeah,
on
100%.
TV, and now she's telling
yeah, it's
women
like
not to
when
wear
nobody
makeup.
wants to buy it, she's like, "Okay, I don't think we should do this."
Look at this dumb bitch.
Look at this. It's like if you wanted more of a cross-eyed Kim Kardashian, here's this model.
That's what she is, a bootleg Kim Kardashian.
Yeah,
right?
she's like a bootleg.
That's so
She's
funny.
She,
Oh, look at this chick.
now who's this?
Layla Pons, 47 million followers.
And what she do?
Well, she does this. This is what she does. She shakes her booty.
Okay, so is that all she does though? Is that all she does? Oh, and then her?
And she's got a friend that also shakes her booty.
Okay, can we all agree that like dancing videos are going to
This
be
is so annoying.
like it's so annoying. It's so annoying, and at the
she's not even
end,
good.
at the end, and listen,
That's
by
her
the way,
comedy.
I just want to say,
That's her
I don't
comedy.
hate anybody for doing this. Can I say that? Am I allowed to?
You can say that. I won't say that, but you can say
I
that.
can add a little fine print to what we're talking about.
Go on.
I don't hate any of these people for making this happen.
That makes one
God
of us.
bless you. Okay, because I'm gonna get into something today. I've been wanting to talk about this. God bless you. God bless you. I gotta be honest with you. The end of civilization will be hot chick comedy. Hot chick comedy is so bad. And like, dude, and this is not a rant to say
Yeah.
there's no such thing as funny females. There's so many funny females on there. I could go for fucking ever. Christina Pajinski, Jessica Kershaw, who else? Taylor Tomlinson. Jackie Fabulous. Who else is there? Jessime Peluso. These are just killers of killers, dude. Killers of killers, dude. Okay? This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Okay? You're trying to give us boners, but you're hiding it. You're camouflaging it as comedy.
Yeah, it's
okay?
not comedy. It's not comedy.
Right? They're like, oh my God, I'm not paying. Look at me, dude. Right? Okay. Look at it. There's two types of friends. Go away.
There's
next.
two types
Who's
of
next?
friends. Yeah,
Who's next?
Okay. Let's see what we got here. This is Nusret.
Oh yeah, this is the Salt Bay.
Oh, is that the salt guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
the guy that
Salt
drops salt.
I don't know
on
what
stuff.
that's about.
Well, he's a guy who did one thing
Oh, and
interesting,
by the
and
way, you know what he's got a job. He's got a job.
He works at a restaurant, right?
Yeah, he salts.
He
shit.
salts.
And that's a job. You're showing up. You're doing a job.
Do you think Chad Zumach, who kind of got famous for burning LeBron's jersey, is like jealous of this guy that he turned it into like a whole career?
All I want to do is get big enough that someone makes a bad sweater out of me. That's all I'm asking
ugly
for.
Christmas sweater.
Yeah, I want ugly Christmas sweater of Sam Tripoli.
Oh, okay.
Dan Bilzerian
It's
is like
the bullshit
fraud.
artist,
Next one.
Bilzerian. Yeah.
Not next one. Who's this?
Amanda Kearney.
She's got 24, and what's she famous for?
Yeah, holding a dog.
UN ambassador. Anyone else want to check out
Your
already?
daily dose of happiness.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
Well, she's got condoms in her bra here.
Is that condoms or money? That's cash.
Oh no, it's cash. You're right. Yeah.
Straight cash,
Straight
homie.
cash, homie.
I'm not against her. I'm not against it.
She's got no ass though. I must say, surprising. Usually
Like,
these Instagram models have huge asses.
Like, I don't.
So I gotta say, I'm impressed that Conan O'Brien, she's ripping him off doing the string dance.
Is that the string dance?
Yeah, when he does that, you remember he used to do that.
Okay. Well, you know what, dude? I don't.
Oh, now she's wearing less.
See, Johnny, this is where I start to lose you because you love this stuff. You look at Johnny's face, got super smiley right there.
What?
Like, dude, Primal Monkey comes out of Johnny very quickly.
It does. You're right.
Very quickly. And I don't hate her for it. I don't hate it for it. But again, so far, one guy's got a job.
We're
right?
easy
One
to
guy's got a job.
We're easy to manipulate. I will say,
you're
as men.
easy to manipulate. Who's this?
This is Zach King. He's in LA. Big surprise. Let's
Good
see
for
what
him.
is he a
Good for
magician?
him.
Is that
What
what
does
this
he
is?
do?
He's
What
doing
does Zach King
a
do?
house of cards he's building.
that
Stories
make
can
people
make
smile.
people smile.
Okay, he's got a team, which is fine.
Okay.
I can't hate these people. I just like I want to.
I'll do that for you.
I ask that I'm allowed to approach the bench and redo my argument.
Go on.
The term influencer is annoying. These people aren't necessarily annoying. Okay, I don't hate them. I don't hate people that do lovable comedy. Even though I'm a dark guy and I went and saw Doug Stanhope, I'll get into that. I can't hate them.
So it's just him falling into a hole.
So and then people are supposed to freak out.
I guess so. You know how these
It's
like
prank
fake ass
stuff?
videos.
Okay, good for him. Okay, I wish I could do that. I just don't have the
He does visual effects. That's what he's doing.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Okay.
he does. So this guy does something.
So
No
is
hate.
this segment going to shit right now? Is it?
Well, let's keep going. The women so far have no jobs, and the guys have jobs.
Okay, let's get
Interesting.
into that. The women do what? Shake their butts.
their butts.
The guys do what? Graphic designs and salt food. Right, those are jobs.
So far. Let's
Okay,
see.
let's go to number. Here we go. Who's this?
This is Chiara Ferrani.
What I find
Ferrani.
interesting, it's not in any order, huh?
No, but it's by how many followers they have.
Boss
it's going down.
baby.
She's got 26.5 million followers.
Okay, she's a mom. There we got a job. We finally got a job.
Do we? Is that?
Mom is a job, John.
Yeah, but is that you're not getting any money for that? I'm counting a job as what you get paid to do. She's thin. She's very thin. She's got some tattoos.
she a mom,
I appreciate that. That doesn't look like mom bod, does it?
That does not, but some moms bounce back, especially when
it's
all your money riding on that.
Well, when all you have to do is influence people, you have a lot of time to work out. It's funny how that works, isn't it?
When you're an influencer,
Yeah.
you basically have to go to the gym.
That's right.
Johnny, if we just went full influencer, how long till both of us are shredded?
Well, we would be shredded because we would be homeless. That's why we would be shredded. We would
Like we cannot influence. Is that what you're saying?
no.
We have zero chance. Are we player hating right now?
I don't think it's player hating. No. No. So
She
far,
loves her
none of
kid,
the women
dude.
have
And
jobs.
look at her husband has neck tattoos. He's dangerous. Who's
I
this?
don't want to hate on the husband.
I don't wanna hate on
it's
anybody.
PewDiePie. We know he has a job. He's the PewDiePie.
How many followers he have?
21 million, almost 22. He just got married. It looks like,
Good
and
for
he is
him.
famous for
He's gonna give up all that Twitch money.
playing video games on Twitch. So
Good,
we
good. Hey, dude.
another job
Hey,
for a
dude.
guy.
I ain't hating.
Cameron Dallas. This guy has 21.6,
And he has a baby too.
Everybody's got a kid on here.
Good, because that's baby magic happiness.
They're the only
Johnny.
people who can afford to have children anymore. Apparently, are influenced.
Dude, but how? I mean, like, dude, you see Mr. Beast on Joe Rogan?
Oh,
He's 23, dude.
I don't know who that is, Mr. Beast.
You don't know who my Beast is?
Mother Beast, what? Okay, so this guy he founded something called FanFix.
What is fanfics?
Create, connect, earn. It's a clean, exclusive, behind-the-scenes content from your favorite creators.
I like that. That's a great idea.
Okay, so he's got a company.
I don't know why we don't do more of that.
And there's his asshole just out in the air.
How many people like that? Go to how many people?
3.9 million people played it.
Played that his ass crack.
You want to see
video.
likes? Is that what you want to see?
Oh, he's peeing.
It doesn't say. I don't need to see this dude's ass.
Johnny, you're so
I'm worried about you.
homophobic,
It'll get us on
Johnny.
YouTube.
What's that? We said Black Lives Matter. Never said only lives matter. We know all lives matter. We just need I respect that, dude. I respect that. I like this guy.
Wait, does
Johnny.
he only? Is this all the posts he has? He must be famous for something else? This guy, because look, he only has these posts.
Wow. All right.
Good for him.
I think we.
All right, so we've learned a lesson here. Women influencers. That's what they do.
They dance
Yeah.
and
Male influencers have side hustles.
have jobs.
Yeah, they have to work for a living.
It's kind of crazy, dude. So, and I'm not like, dude, I love everybody. I'm a lover, not a fighter. John.
What about George W. Bush?
No, I don't. Is he, would you say he was the top influencer?
Of the early 2000s. Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
He's one of the first influencers, actually.
Yeah. He was one of the early influencers.
He influenced a lot of people in Afghanistan to die, is what he did. And congrats on that.
Do you identify as crypto curious? If you thought about entering the world of cryptocurrency but felt a little overwhelmed, Coinbase makes learning to buy and sell simple. Coinbase offers a trusted and easy-to-use platform to buy, sell, and spend cryptocurrency. They support the most popular digital currencies on the market and make them accessible to everyone. They offer portfolio management and protection, learning resources, and a mobile app so you can trade securely and monitor your crypto all in one place. Millions of people in over 100 countries trust Coinbase with their digital assets. Whether you are looking to diversify, just getting started, or searching for a better way to access crypto markets, start today with Coinbase. For a limited time, new users can get $10 in free Bitcoin when you sign up today at coinbase.com/broken. Sign up at coinbase.com/broken for $10 in free Bitcoin. This offer is for a limited time only. Be sure to sign up today. That's coinbase.com/broken for $10 in free Bitcoin.
Johnny, let me see this. Okay. So, Johnny, I have a weird thing because I don't like player hating, dude.
Yeah, I know you're sensitive to that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to get into some stuff, but I wanted to say something. So I love Sirius Radio. I listen to it all. And one of my favorite channels is Fight Nation.
Okay.
And on that channel,
that UFC?
The biggest show on that channel is a wrestling radio show. I think it's Busted Open.
Pro wrestling.
What?
Pro wrestling.
Pro wrestling.
Okay, yeah.
And I just want to say, I'm happy when and these guys supposedly are the biggest on the channel. They're they get big numbers. They do like a Tuesday through Saturday and Sunday, excuse me, a Tuesday through Sunday, I think, or Monday through Saturday, excuse me. And but I hear people who are in the MMA because I love the MMA radio. I love it. I love listening to it and all the stuff because there is so much going on. But I can't get behind wrestling radio. And I don't, and like, this is not against those dudes because they're crushing it. And anytime a content creator can find a following and get it, and based on like what I've heard, they get mobbed at events. It's like, I hope they make money to the end of days.
What did they talk about?
That's the whole thing. Like, it's why I couldn't watch, and he was my friend, I love him, Chris Hardwick in The Talking Dead. Like, I couldn't watch that show because you'd have those actors on. They're like, so, like, these zombies are coming. What did you do? It's like, I just, I had to run. I'm like, it's scripted.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what do they kind of talk about it like it's real? Is that?
Yeah.
So, like, do you think that Razor Ramon has the talent necessary to defeat?
Yes. I don't care.
Owen Hart.
I don't care. Do it. I love growing up on wrestling, dude. I know we can't show it, but can you like go Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior?
I got a dope new WrestleMania T-shirt I just got the other day too.
Johnny, we don't have to show it, but if you could run it, dude.
Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Okay, we can at least show it on Rockfin.
Dude, you can feel culturally how big this match was.
I loved it when I was a kid, man. Wrestling was everything to me.
Dude, wrestling's great. I just
WrestleMania
can't.
6, Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior. Ever be a guy who's an American hero with that hairline ever again of Hulk Hogan?
Oh, with no hair?
Yeah, just
Never.
that hair,
Never.
long hair on the
Never.
sides.
Never.
Never gonna happen again, is it?
Never. It's never gonna. Am I a dick for saying that about the wrestling stuff?
No. It's
just
weird.
can't- I
Yeah, it's
can't-
weird. Yeah.
It's
and I
so-
loved it when I was a
too.
kid.
And
yeah.
I want those guys to make as much money as they can. It's like Ken Jeong on The Masked Singer.
Yeah.
That thing drives me nuts. It's
just not for you.
I want him to make all the money in the world.
I'm right there with you.
I want him to make all the money in the world. I just can't listen to people talk about scripted shit.
I'm with you.
And it's not like I'm not one of those guys. Wrestling's not real. Dude, those hits are real. Like, when they're coming off that.
Oh, yeah.
That's some real shit.
For sure, dude.
And I have no problems
they're
that
athletes.
scripted. It's like action role playing theater, right?
Yeah, similar. Yeah, they're
That's all it is.
athletes. It's just not a sport.
It's just not. It's like they know who's gonna win. Like the guy, Vince McMahon says he could never run the UFC because he can't pick the winner. But I don't care, man. I'm fucking fine with it. It's just like, man, when that show comes out, I can't change that channel quick enough. It just I just can't listen to it.
Vince McMahon, by the way, is underrated as a tycoon, like an American icon, a guy who really did it his way and crushed in his business of choice. That guy, he really couldn't do a thing wrong for a long time.
Fucked over wrestlers?
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Do you think do you think they did make any money, or were they just bad with their money?
Some of both, probably.
Yeah,
some
a little bit of both.
Yeah, for
What's
sure.
your take on the UFC and all that with the money and stuff?
They deserve more money, probably. But until there's another show in town, they ain't gonna get it.
Why do you
that's
think
why
Bellator can't get it going?
Well, you know how hard it is once a brand is established as like the premium, it's like the NFL, the NBA, any competitors to that. That's why, to me, it's hard for me to put myself in a headspace where like you had the AFL and the NFL competing, like what that must have been like for people, or the ABA and the NBA, and I can't put myself back there because we're so far from that now. It's just one dominant league in every sport.
Well, they're always trying to start a new football league, and I think the mistake they make is they don't realize that football's played in the winter. That's
Well, did you see XFL's coming back with support of the NFL?
Well, but when?
I can't remember. It's
Is it gonna
not.
be a
It's not
summer
going to
one?
be a minor league though. It's not going to be like a player swap or anything.
No, but they're going to try experiments in there, right?
yeah, I think.
But it
I think
needs
that's
to
what
be
it's for.
during the, like, dude,
Let me see when it's going to be.
it needs to be during. Dude, did we just player hate the whole opening set of the show?
No, don't worry about it. It's fine. You're so in your own head about that shit.
I just I'm happy everybody makes money.
Yeah, you spent more time saying how happy you are that people make money than you did player hating.
And
Believe
then I
me.
want to get into some.
That it will resume play in February 2023.
Okay, see, this is my problem. It's like if the NFL was smart, they would run it during the NFL season, but on like Fridays in mid markets.
Don't you think that ties
Mid-major
up
market.
a lot of players though, guys that would be on like practice squads and stuff for the NFL that they could otherwise maybe have?
I mean, they could still have their practice squad, and if you don't make that, you go to the XFL.
Well, that's the obvious next step, to treat it like, I would love to see something in the NFL like the G League is. The G League's been great, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, the teams that are in the cities that have those teams love those teams. Those G League teams, like the one in Greensboro, people love that team, man, going to watch it. And those guys get real shot to play in the NBA. Those two-way contracts were such a good idea.
Like, and then some of them made all-star teams.
Yeah, dude, it was such a good idea. I'd love to see the NFL do something.
Yeah, I would love to do that too, because it's notions like, if you don't make the NFL, you're out. You can't go
Yeah.
anywhere. It's so dumb. So
like Kurt Warner, dude, if there wasn't NFL Europe, who knows where that guy would have ended up?
Let's go
Jake
through that.
Delhomme?
Let's go through the markets where you could have a guy.
Where a guy what?
Or a team that's a mid-market. That the key is this: it can't. If you wanted to have a minor league pro football team that thrives, you need to put it in mid-major markets that don't have giant college football teams or NFL teams. So there's not a lot of them.
Canada, a couple cities in Canada would be good.
Couple cities in Canada, but we're talking like Portland,
Yeah, Portland.
Orlando.
What about upstate New York, somewhere up there, one of those
You could
places?
even go back to Oakland
Oakland, yeah.
if you want to. San Diego, even though I think they should put another team down there, right?
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah. What, like New Mexico, you think?
Like, how about-
Albuquerque? Albuquerque if you could, maybe.
Like Salt Lake,
Salt Lake, yeah.
because you do it on Friday. You don't fuck with the Mormons on Sunday.
I'm sure you could find a place for one in Florida. Some
Yeah,
damn place
I mean,
in
there's
Florida.
got to be another team in Florida. Where else is there? What's
yeah.
other big city in
Alabama would be good. You could put something in Alabama.
Okay, so Alabama has 2 teams. South Carolina has 2 teams.
You're talking about-
Does North Carolina have 2 big teams? Like, what are some cities?
Alabama has 2 teams.
Charlotte? Is that what?
Alabama has 2 teams for what?
Yeah, they have Auburn and they have Alabama.
Oh, you're talking about college.
Yeah.
Well, North Carolina has the Panthers.
Which are in what city?
In Charlotte, they have the Hurricanes, the hockey team in Raleigh. They have the Hornets that are in Charlotte.
So you stay out of Charlotte,
3
you go
pro
to
teams.
Raleigh with a team,
They just have the hockey team. Yeah, that's it.
and you could make them a team from.
And they have an MLS team too
Yeah,
in Charlotte. But
So how many is that up to? That's
like 6 or 7, something like that. I think I lost count.
yeah. I mean, so all you need is about
Virginia could support one.
Virginia could not Syracuse, not New York. Where else is there?
Somewhere in the Midwest.
Jersey.
Ohio, maybe somewhere.
Ohio, dude. Okay, so you have
Cincinnati
Cleveland,
and
you have
Cleveland have
Cincinnati.
teams.
Then you could have
Youngstown,
Columbus.
something like that.
Columbus has
yeah.
Ohio State.
Youngstown, maybe. How big a city is that? It's big
You
enough,
just
right?
don't want to go where there's already a team. So the point is that you could find some.
You don't need a lot of teams, though. You need like 12 or something. That's enough.
Yeah.
Even 10 is
and
fine.
you just
8.
play them on Fridays. Play them Fridays, and Hawaii maybe.
What kind of would you do? A lot of like arena rules, like crazy rules stuff, or would you try to keep it more similar to NFL rules?
I would do what the XFL is doing, is like as close to the game, but try new crazy shit. That makes it fun.
Okay. Last week you.
But can I get into? I want to get some player hating
Go on,
shit.
go on.
So I want to talk about
Player
something.
hating shit.
So, do you hear about my friend Brandon Schaub?
You mentioned this before, and I
He's
don't
got
know
a
about.
lawsuit against. When you look up who he's suing, it's a guy who's, I forget what his name is, dude. I forget what the guy's name is. He's it's kind of crazy because he's come on to my live streams on Rockfin and then like cut them up and been like, look, this guy says he's the #1 comedy guy out there. And so I just want to get into a couple things, man. First of all, you know, as comedians, we now are subject, as we put out content, as everybody who is a content creator is subject to opening up to criticism from other content creators and just anyone in general, right? So it's like anybody can make fun of anybody now, and it is now pretty much part of being a comic, is that you do a YouTube show or you do a podcast or you do a special, someone cuts it up and they either give you praise or they shit all over you, right? It's just part of the gig. And most of the time, you just got to accept it, right?
Typically, people with less talent.
Well, here's the whole thing, dude. It's like, so there's a Fighter and the Kids subreddit out there, and it's super toxic, right? Now,
Why is that? Is that just any online forum like that is kind of is inclined to be toxic?
I was talking to somebody. Somebody said that they thought Adam Carolla's was like that as well, and I've never been on that. But it's this kind of thing where it's like...
It's not anonymity, right? It just...
Well, there's a lot of things going on. So I'm sure the show, it started out as a, hey, man, let's talk about firing a kid. And then it drifted in to just chaos, bro. Just chaos. And I'm not here to say that they shouldn't be able to do that stuff. I'm just like, the guy, like Brandon Schaub is, I know Brandon Schaub on a personal level. He is the nicest guy. Let me tell you something about Brandon Schaub. There are so many comics out there that are just not nice people. Schaub is a really nice guy. Schaub is a good dude. Is Schaub perfect? No. Is every joke that comes out of Schaub's mouth perfect? No. Show me a comic that does that. It doesn't exist. We're running and we're gunning and we're talking and we say dumb shit. There is a highlight reel that will be a lifetime long of me fucking everything up. And I think the only reason I don't get the same shit as everybody because I'm just not as big as most of those guys. I'm just really not. And that's okay. I know where I am.
You get your fair share of shit, though. Let's be honest.
I do get a lot, and it's part of the gig, and I really don't care.
You used to get it on Punch Drunk plenty, too.
Well, yeah, because that was part of Ari's fucking Jew propaganda.
Yeah.
Was to come after me and just fucking make me into the bad guy. Which, it was fine. It was life. It hurt. But this is part of the gig, right? This is part of the gig. So Schaub is suing a comic, a content creator. Do you know what his name is?
I got the info here. Recently, a creator named Uniqueness, spelled YEWNEEKNESS, trademarked, lost his main channel thanks to copyright strikes he received from Schaub, and he's now being sued. During a 3-minute video on his new channel, the creator shared some bits from the lawsuit filed by the Thick Boy Productions, Inc. That's creator. That's Schaub.
If you've ever looked for a business podcast that was informative and also didn't put you to sleep, you know that there aren't many out there. Well, we found one. It's called IP Frequently, hosted by David and Brad. They offer solid, right-leaning business advice. They dabble in 80s music and current events. You might even call it the holy grail of business podcasts. You can subscribe to IP Frequently and stay up to date on their weekly stream of episodes wherever you get your podcasts. Again, it's two real American business dudes who know what it's like to run a business, talking current events and politics. It's straight talk, no chaser, plus badass 80s music. What's not to like about that? Again, it's IP Frequently, wherever you get podcasts.
So he's reportedly being sued for copyright infringement. There you go.
So there's a lot of stuff right now, especially in the content creating
Can
community.
I say real quick, do you know if this is Schaub actually actively doing this, or did he just hire somebody to protect his content? You know?
I don't know the specifics.
Okay.
But I'm only commenting on the backlash that seems to be out there of him doing this.
Okay.
And again, you're allowed to take our content and chop it up and make fun of us. And
yeah, you kind of, you are if you're okay with it, but legally it is copyright infringement if you take someone else's work and profit
this
on it.
guy real quick, which I don't, again, it's like, I'm not a hater, dude. This guy's come on to my live streams and tip me some stuff and then try to engage. I was doing the,
So not a bad guy is what you're saying?
What?
Is he not a bad guy? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I'm going to get into that.
Okay, we got Ryan downstairs and we can bring him up.
Yeah, bring him up.
He's on foot, so he's
bring him
downstairs.
up and have him sit right there because I want to finish this conversation.
Okay, I'm just going to let
Are
it
we
run.
going to pause it?
I'm going to let it run. It's easier for me to sync.
Okay.
So just, you want to talk while
Yeah,
I'm gone?
I'll talk. So this guy, Uniqueness, right, has popped up on my live streams on Rockfin. He is He has had stories involving people in my life, personal stuff. Now, I'm really I'm an open book. I get beat like a piñata forever. I get there, I'm super tweaky. They'll cut me up they'll cut up me making the tweaky faces, or my foot can't stop, or whatever craziness I say, it will get cut up. But that is the price of trying to make a living from content creating. Okay? That's just the way it is. What my biggest problem right now, okay, is the narrative that's going out, okay? The Fire and the Kids subreddit, all right? I understand what you think you guys are doing, but what it comes off as is digital gang stalking. It just really is. The Shab is a human being, okay? He's a human being. I would tell you, guys, I'm really honest with you when someone's a piece of shit. I've told you this 1,000 times, whether it's on Tinfoil Hat or any of my other shows. I'm very honest with when I think somebody is a piece of shit. All right? But Shab is not one of those people, in my humble opinion. He's a very nice guy. There's this whole talk about him and his personal relationship. I don't get into people's relationships. I met his wife. She's a wonderful person, very nice. I do not get into people's personal life because I'm not there. All right? So I'm getting into a lot of you guys, you like to get involved with that drama. This guy, so the whole uniqueness, and now bring in our guest. I just kind of want to get this across. So uniqueness is kind of doing this like, I'm just a content creator. And a lot of people on the internet have taken to supporting him. And their whole thing is like, oh, Shab is going after this guy because he makes fun of his comedy. And I'm like, Shab gets a lot of shit from people because he's done very well very quickly, right? Like Joe Rogan loves him. Joe Rogan is the golden ticket. And I think like Shab has been on the Rogan Experience more than anyone else. So if you get on that show enough, you're going to get following. Now, Shab sells out rooms like this. He sells out on the road. So he has a lot of fans. And obviously there is this subreddit that's super toxic. And the people on there, they've teed off on me. It's part of the gig, right? But I don't know anybody that's happy with their life that thinks what's happening there is justifiable. Okay? Not that it's not allowed, that it's justifiable. That you're just killing this fucking guy. Left and right. He's a human being. He's a human fucking being. So, about this uniqueness guy, right? Will you look up this?
Is he shitting on Shab in most of his videos? This uniqueness guy?
Yeah, he's cutting it up, and there's all these sayings and all this shit, right? And Shab doesn't need my defense. He's probably gonna get mad at me for even doing this.
Okay.
But it's like I love the guy, and it's just like it's like hard to watch your friend get like murdered by people when you know he's a human being, and like Shab's like me, there's certain people that have talked about personal things in life that I think are like really, by the way, this is a comedy podcast, but that are like really off top. Like, I just don't think you should be going after people's families.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it's just like, even the mob and the FBI were like, leave family alone. Tee off on anybody you want. You're like fucking going after people. Like, isn't tough guy? Is it like being edgy? It's fucking pussy shit. When you fucking won't use your real name and you hide where you live and all that shit and you're getting personal. It's pussy shit. And I know I'm going to become a piñata, but I have to watch this shit. So this guy uniqueness, right?
I think you're all very brave.
Well, I'm going to say this final thing. So there's a couple people.
What do you want? You want me to pull something up so you keep?
Yeah, I want you to look up this guy, the Quarterling. So when I talk with people about getting their YouTube going, I always say, hey man, check out these channels, the Quarterling and the other one's the Poor Man's Podcast. Because I think these guys are an example of how if you work hard, you dedicate yourself, you can do amazing things. And the Quarterling, just click on his thing.
Quartering?
Yeah, the Quartering. Excuse me, the Quarterling. Quarterling. Quartering?
The quartering, like drawn and quartered.
Okay, I'm sorry I got your name wrong, dude, but I really do love your videos, and I love what you do. So he recently ran. Will you go down a little bit? Go down a little bit.
Okay.
Let's see if we can find the videos. You
You just want his recent uploads? Is that what you want?
I want to go to his videos, yeah. Because in one instance, and this guy is great, dude. He's he's an American dream.
What are you looking for so I can kind
Well, he goes off on Shop.
Okay, so we're just looking for Shop's face here.
He goes off on Shop, and he says nasty shit about Shop, which I don't understand why. He defends Rogan a lot, so I like that. But he goes off on Shop, and which is for going after somebody.
Well, you do understand why, though. It is that thing you said that he got it fast.
But let me explain like where all this hypocrisy comes out of. So this guy goes after Shop. There it is,
Okay.
right?
Moronic
right?
lawsuit.
But don't play it, right?
This was about the copyright stuff?
Yeah. So join us, because I wanted to bring him in after this, but I don't want him to sit there, and I'd love to hear his.
No, do your thing. Yeah, do your thing.
No. Is a great comic, one of my favorite content creators, and just all around great guy.
I'm in no hurry, by the way. If you're not on a time limit, we can finish this, and I'll be here.
All right. So he
we should go.
off,
You already halfway introduced him. You might as
Okay.
well.
Oh, please welcome Ryan Long. I love you. I love this guy very much. And we're gonna have a great conversation. So this guy is the quartering. He's great, dude. I watch him every day. He's an American success story, right? But here he is ripping into Shop about doing this fucking lawsuit, right? Okay, he's going like, dude, you're fucking running this. It's like it's fucking wrong because he's showing like your content. So he's ripping him for doing that. Now go back. He just put out a video in which he makes fun of these Twitch artists, these 40 Twitchers. I don't know what they're called on Twitch, who got in trouble for live streaming live shows. So then he goes, hey man, you can't show people's content. That's their hard
Live
work.
streaming live shows. Who's live shows?
Okay, so Twitch, a bunch of people on Twitch, 40 people got arrested because they would
Arrested
Holy
shit.
Arrested because they would just show, let's say, like some famous cooking show.
You're live streaming, and they live stream your live stream.
They live stream. They would just run it and talk
got
occasionally,
arrested,
but they
though.
were just basically showing the TV show, and then reaping all the money being given away, right?
Damn, I got arrested though.
They got arrested, and I'm not saying they should get arrested.
Yeah.
Arrested's wild.
I go with you on this, but he goes off on it, going, you can't show these people's fucking content like that.
Yeah,
but it's like, why are you mad when they're showing TV shows, but you're okay when people do with Shop shit? And the reason this is personal to me is because this uniqueness guy used to show Brian Callen and my fucking Conspiracy Social Club. He would live stream it for people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that's up behind the paywall. I have 2 kids. Brian Callen has 3 kids. And he's showing our paywall stuff for free.
See, that's completely different. What's at issue here is fair use. And fair,
right, Brian. Right, Johnny.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying,
but
is,
what I'm saying, that's completely different. Yeah, and if he was doing shit like that, just streaming
that's
somebody's
what
content,
he's doing.
then that makes him an
He's
instant
showing
hypocrite.
Big chunks of this stuff and commenting here and there over it to make money off it. And he says he got 6 figures of that.
I don't understand how they do that, dude. I have to put in so much effort to edit out shit
Because
to
you
get
know
to
what
the
he
point.
does is because he runs it, people tip, they do that, and then he
He
erases
pulls it. Okay.
Right?
Whether it's behind a paywall is the big difference.
It really is. Like, dude, this show's gonna get chopped up and I'm gonna get my dick kicked in on this subreddit, I know it's coming, but I'll do it because, like, I love Shop. Shop's a good guy. Is he perfect? No. Who is? I don't know what. Like, dude, I don't know one normal comic. Let me take this back. I was talking about this today. I know 4 people that are normal people that are funny. Like, they're normal people who are like, okay, what's wrong with you? Oh, there's nothing. And that is Maz Jobrani, Steve Simone, Fortune Finster, and Dwayne Perkins are the only 4 where I'm like, what's your fucking thing, dude? And it's like, after 20 years, I can't find it. And I'm like, okay, you guys are some outliers. Everybody else is, dude, crazy and fucked up. That's why they're funny. So it's like this notion that because Shab got a fucking he got a fucking special 2 years in, he's like this fucking piece of shit. Like, who would turn that down?
Yeah.
And like, you shouldn't get mad at him. You should get mad at fucking Showtime. I thought it was a fine special. It's a 2-year comic special. It's like that's what it is. It's just that. And I like I gotta be honest with you, man. Like some of the way that these fucking that comics who are so fucking pushed back on censorship are okay when a bunch of guys who get a ton of puss get fucking taken out. It also upsets the fuck out of me. It's like why? Because they smash. It's okay that they fucking get taken out. And I just don't fuck. It's like I'm just telling you, dude. It's a lot more than just him being like, you're taking my content. It's like, dude, it's like digital gang stalking. Okay? And you could say you don't like his comedy. And I dude, you know how many people think I'm not funny? Most of the planet. Most of the planet thinks I suck, dude. Okay? I get it. I'm lucky that I'm not that big of a comic, so I won't have everybody coming after me. But it's like, dude, listen, this guy doesn't do it. Like, do you know what the fair use was for? Fair use was for when the news or somebody would put something out that you could call them out in their bullshit. Now, because media and the internet has fucking moved forward, it's changed. And I get it. And I'm not telling you you can't use these clips. That's not what it is. Go for it. Light yourself up. But man, when it gets super toxic, you can't act like you're surprised when people push back. They're human beings. And just because they made it in life doesn't mean that they don't have feelings, dude. And it's like, I know this is going to get chopped up.
You're saying he's pulling like a Peter Thiel with Hulk Hogan.
That's really what they're fucking doing. That's what they say he's doing. But in reality, man, it's gotten super dark. It's just gotten super dark.
There are certain people that play the internet like a game where they go, you know what I mean? You're just looking at it like people hating you. None of this matters. All you're looking at is the bank account totals, your totals. It goes up. None of this matters. You know, there's certain people that they tweet, like even politicians, every time they tweet, everyone, fuck you, you're the word, this and that. And then some people treat it like this is a real person that hates me. And it is hard to find your like balance about that, especially if you're someone that just nonstop hate. You just have to be like,
nonstop.
You know what? I'll just be a villain then. To like, but you're saying to like keep your humanity when you're just like the villain is tough.
It's tough.
Yeah, you know who's good
but
at that.
even when you're not trying to play the villain, like there's
But it
people
pushes
who
you
love,
into the dark side. You
Ari's really good at that.
Ari's great.
He can sit in
He
that.
doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't
And
seem to
loves
care.
it.
Yeah.
He loves it. He loves it.
Well, it does. There is a lot of people that everyone hates them, and the more people that hate them, the more tickets they sell, and
No, and I
Patreon
get
subscriptions
that.
they
But
have.
this lawsuit, like, it's just like this courting guy. I mean, what's it? Courting?
Jeremy.
Quartering.
Yeah, he's great. He's fucking great. He's great. It's just like that to me is the example of.
You know what there is too, though? Every community has its like real. Okay, here's with comics, right? The cardinal thing is like don't steal jokes, right? So we have this code that we play by, whereas internet meme guys will be like, yeah, whatever, I fucking stole a joke, like it's nothing, right? But for us, that's like the cardinal thing you don't do.
Right.
I think in their community, like copyright striking people is like, that's the one thing that you don't, you know what I mean? It's so,
And I
but
get
no,
that.
I'm just saying like as comedians, the podcast, I think we sort of cross over, but like every little community has their own like sacred things, and sometimes we might just not even understand each other's ones.
There's a
Dude, the
group-
amount of people that like steal shit from people, you know, like me or whatever, and you go, and they just in their mind, they didn't like what? That's I don't know, whatever. I took your fucking thing and made a joke out of it. I don't know.
I have whole channels that run all my tinfoil hat episodes. And
Yeah,
we
they don't see
we
it as
don't run
anything.
that.
They're just like,
and
yeah,
I don't care because I take it off like, okay, you want to enjoy it while it lasts, okay? Because they're going to come for you. And I like, hey, man, just leave my ads in. I don't care what you do with the
Yeah,
content.
leave the ads in. Do you
leave
count it towards your ad revenue? Do you come back at them and you go,
I'm
this
like, hey, dude, more clicks the better,
That's
dude.
so funny. Going back to your ad people and then adding in like
Yeah,
the
let's start doing
bootlegs.
that. Go to this website, go to that website, start adding the
Absolutely,
numbers, dog. And like,
it's
dude, I'm not
thousands,
mad
yeah.
at it, but it's like, dude,
Hell
the
yeah.
guy's a human being. You know, I mean, like I've had so many my friends cancel, and I know them on a personal level.
That argument's not going to hold any water with them. You know that, though, right?
What?
They're gonna say you put yourself out there. This is
You're rich.
No,
Yeah.
I get
Oh,
that.
too. Yeah.
I get that, but I'm just telling them, like, I know you don't hear it, but people they're human beings, man.
I'm with you.
And like you can like do whatever you want, man. But it's like they're human beings, and like this guy live streamed my paywall shows free. He gave them out free. So
the uniqueness guy did.
yeah. Like, it's not like this guy's just like, I'm just trying to get the truth out about Yemen.
So what, he just takes the whole show and then just like sort of comments on
Yeah.
it?
Oh, look at this. Oh, whatever. And then like, that's it.
Dude, some of these, you ever watch some of the, like these guys, they do YouTube and like, you know, I do these like weekly sketches and whatever,
You crush.
Right? Yeah, sure. But I do, you know, 1 to a week. You just look at some of these dudes, they go, yeah, here's 9 videos on topical things a day. It's a 10-minute video. It took me 11 minutes to make.
Yeah.
And you go,
They just talk.
it's just like, I guess that's why comics do crowd work. But I see that sometimes and you go, and you could just turn this YouTube channel into a money printer if I just stop trying to make, like, you know.
No, but you should do both.
Premium,
but you
whatever.
are you for a reason, though.
Yeah, I
Right?
know, but yeah, it's
If
just
you
funny
went
that
and
YouTube
did that, I don't know if it would be
I'd
the
just be a
same.
different thing. I don't think that's what I want to do.
Dude, well, that killed us here on Broken Sim. Remember when I used to edit the shit out of these and put all, you know, the photoshops and the little videos in, and it'd take 2 weeks to fucking edit.
No
a
one
2-hour
cares.
episode. Yeah,
No one gives a shit.
So I we just finally had to stop doing.
Dude,
that.
that's a genre of YouTube where you go, what were the 10 news stories today? I'll basically read them.
Right? But you also learn that,
It's like, remember the old thing where the guy read the phone book on stage? That's a genre of YouTube where you just like kind of read the top headlines in a few parts of the article. And then you say, you know, a bit of commentary and just fucking print money.
dude, there's people that just do it. And it's like, that was what the Twitchers were doing, right?
It's gonna be awfully awkward when we get to news now.
Yeah,
later in the show.
It's fucking crazy,
Well,
bro.
everyone does some version of it.
No,
But
I mean,
I think
Bill Burr has a whole
I
show
guess, you know, you're still, I
Andrew
guess they're
Schultz does
critiquing
that a
it.
lot. He'll comment on other people's show, and I love it. He's like great at it.
That is YouTube.
I know
right
what you're
now.
talking about, though. There is this version of YouTube where people are literally just reading the newspaper.
There's also, it gets deep when it's YouTube Inception. You know, when the feuds start going, it's like, here's so-and-so commenting on so-and-so commenting on them that commented on them. And you got like 4 screens deep.
And then you get these shows.
And you're just
that
like,
kind
yo,
of
the world is weird right now. It's
I
a
love it.
podcast, watching another podcast, talk about another podcast.
Oh, by the way, my new favorite thing is black people listening to white
it there,
music.
period.
Like just listening to white
yeah,
music.
that's a whole genre. Yeah.
Finding out about Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
And just be like, yo, this actually kind of slaps, yo.
So I lived with a
Listen to Nirvana for the
moved
first
to
time.
This black comic we lived together, and I would just play him metal, and he's like, I can't believe how much I like this.
Yeah.
And it like dawned on me.
Well,
recently.
their thing's so mainstream right now that I think like the hip guys are kind of like, yo, what if I'm just a metal guy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
dude,
kind of like
was
an interesting identity for them.
AC/DC at the Dodger Stadium sold out 50,000, one black couple in the entire stadium.
Really?
I'm like, why is this happening, dude?
Look at this, dude.
I went to Kid Rock all black.
That'd be so funny.
It's just
all
5
black.
black guys on a couch. First time hearing the Beatles.
Hard, Rasta
First time
black.
hearing the Beatles. Think about that.
Look at this.
Yeah, no, it is funny. I guess it's
That's all it is, dude.
the equivalent of, you know, some old dad kind of responding to.
I grew up on Motown. My father, that's all he listened to.
Yeah, it's kind of like something like that.
So why
But I get that though, because I mean I saw it
Look at
switch.
this. Look at their
Even if you
heads,
think
like-
of what happened with these guys are huge, right?
What is this song? I want to hear what song.
But yeah, you go. Remember when like
Yes, dude.
Little Wayne and everyone started wearing the skinny jeans and skateboarding and stuff like that. You go. That's a good way to do it if you want to kind of bring something new to your culture. You go. Oh, what is like the other skin color guys doing? I'll just cherry pick the best parts of that culture, and no one over here is gonna hear of it.
Well, dude, that's what Elvis and Robin
Yeah, it's
Williams
Elvis's
used
whole
Yeah,
career.
but now that hip hop's kind of the
Now it's
mainstream
going the other
music,
way.
they are like, yo, what are those like, you know, hipster white DJs doing that they're not on the radio, they're not on MTV, they're not famous, but they're huge and what they're doing is contagious.
Yeah, I mean, like it's smart, dude. It's like, wow, I'm a trailblazer.
It's natural.
Yeah, but dude, it's meant to everything to mix.
Yeah, it's
right?
natural.
Like, you know, I mean, you're from Canada. It's like all white people. I know Toronto's kind of
Yeah.
diverse, right?
Cities are cities. Yeah.
So let's get into
Most
let's get
multicultural
into
city in
you,
the world.
dude, because I love everything you're doing.
Thank you, bro.
Like I couldn't be a bigger fan. It's impossible, dude. You're so fucking good at what you do. You nail
yeah,
it
you're the
every
best,
time,
dude.
and it's just laugh after laugh after laugh. And so let's get into something I've always wanted to talk about. 9/11, okay?
Yeah.
Like
Dancing Israelis.
let's be
fucking
honest.
Just
Let's
get
be
into
honest.
it.
Was 9/11 the 9/11 for Canadian comics? Did 9/11 stop Canadian comics from flooding America and taking hardworking Americans' jobs?
Well, it stopped immigration a little bit.
For sure.
Trump also did too. Like, you know how all this stuff seems like rhetoric to some degree, but it did. So when I was doing my application when Trump was in, and they said at the people that work there said the request for further information. So basically, you get your thing, and instead of approving you, they basically say we want more information, which is another 8 months. So if you get a request for further information, it stinks, right? And apparently those tripled under Trump. So they did actually
Stop the flow.
Trump stopped the flow. Yeah.
Dude, and like everyone's always worried about Mexicans taking jobs. I'm like, watch these Canadians come.
That's what I said.
Our
White
leads in
immigrant.
sitcoms and head writers, work like Jerry
Podcasting
D
jobs.
coming working clean and just talking about his Irish dad.
Sports.
You know, lighting everybody up, bro.
Yeah, he crashes.
Dude, I met him when he just started comedy, and we did the San
He's
Francisco.
a sports teacher.
But he's the best.
Or that's not a sports teacher, gym
He's
teacher.
so good. He's
Sports teacher.
He started doing
He's a killer.
He won the San Francisco comedy competition after only doing comedy like for 2 or 3 years, and he annihilated. He was so good right out the gate.
Right.
And I thought it was going to he was
kind of popular at that point too, wasn't he?
He was killing.
Because I think in Canada he had like segments on the sports network. Like he was like a local funny guy, not local, but
He's
whatever,
still
national.
great, bro. It's still great to watch him, but
His show was good.
Canadians are the shit, dude. Toronto's the shit. Montreal. Do you ever go to Montreal?
Yeah, dude. I did Just for Laughs, but also I've been to Montreal 100 times. No, Montreal is the best city to go to. I feel like you'd love it there, yeah. The best city to go for a week or two, but after that, I feel like you're sick of French people.
Well, it was super interesting because I went to Montreal and I bombed my first time there.
At Just for Laughs?
Yeah, at the Young Comedians.
no.
Oh, yeah, I bombed. But I always was like, why? So I watched these people go up to Montreal, and they'd have great sets, and then they would come down to LA and just get their dicks kicked in, right? And I'm like, so why did the industry love this? And then I came to the conclusion that like cheap hookers, like back when I was going,
Lots of that stuff.
It was like for like every $1 American you get $4 Canadian. So you're like banging like LA fucking tens for like $75.
Just Montreal trash, but they're hot.
Smoke show.
Montreal's got hot chicks, yeah.
Canada's got hot chicks.
Everyone always says this. I was just arguing with, I think, Schultz about this too, but it's like everyone says that about places where they're not, because when you're in your own city, you're not really like looking around like that. You don't have your eyes open. So when you go to new cities, you're kind of noticing, oh, look at this girl. But you don't notice that when you're bopping around LA. So maybe sometimes, but you're not just like,
I think it's just cities.
Same reason you don't notice buildings in your own city. You don't notice much, right? So
Yeah,
everyone
but-
goes to other cities and they see hot girls. You go, you have those too.
I get that, but you also
You live in Los
like-
Angeles.
Yeah, but I live in LA, but I've also lived in upstate New York. I've been to like fucking places in upstate
Yeah, but
New York.
once you get in the city, you get into New York, there's hot chicks there. I think
New
it's just
York
cities,
City?
dude.
Yeah, but like
hot chicks
the
go to
notion
cities.
that there's hot chicks everywhere is just not true.
Well, in every major city.
There's always a like one chick you're like, dude, I gotta get you out of here and get you to the big city where you could live your dreams, dude. What are you doing here at this fucking Cracker Barrel, bro? Let's get the fuck out of
Dude,
here.
I could take you away from
Yeah, I
this.
could
You
say-
go, are you the guy that tells the strippers
I
I can
always
take
want
you
to
away from this whole
fucking
thing?
start an underground railroad for hot chicks. Like, get you out of here, get you to the sunshine.
It's called Instagram. They're all influencers. That's what. Just put your ass on it. We just spent
Cloud them
talentless
up?
women. Yeah, exactly. Get them clout, dude. Bring them out here.
Dude, I would love. I mean, dude, come out here. You're just like
OnlyFans.
Dude, I saw 3 chicks running through down Hollywood Boulevard today. That would literally leave everyone I love for. And I just saw that.
Don't take that much. If the girls are 25, it doesn't take that much to kind of ball out hard on them. $60K a year, you spent a lot of money on these chicks. Like if you got some cash and you're dropping, $3,000 a month on chicks, like you know, you get the right chick. She's like, I'm dating a billionaire.
Well, my buddy knocked up a fucking billionaire's daughter, and she wanted so much money from him for child support.
Should be the other way around.
Yeah.
Dude, if
If this guy's, what is this guy, stupid? So he's having a kid with a like legitimate billionaire heiress, and he's walking away paying money?
Get married.
Whose lawyer is this idiot? Dude, marry this girl. More importantly, fight for joint custody.
I get money
Now you're,
from her.
what are you? That's the dream, dude.
Yeah.
He could have done one for the
Dude, she was
guys.
trying to get money because she has a certain lifestyle that she wants her kid to live.
And he has a certain lifestyle. Him and his kid now
Yeah,
need to
I
live.
wanna
And she's
live
going
in
to
a-
pony up.
I want to live in a house. And if I pay this money, I'm homeless.
This
bro.
guy could have been a
Yeah.
poster child for men winning.
If you met him, he's so smart. And I remember he's going through, he's like,
Got
she wants
rinsed.
this much a month. I'm like, oh, and he was like, just, now he's like super rich, but then he was just going through it. And I was like, oh my God, I feel so bad for you. Point is, knock up broke bitches. That's what I'm saying. They expect a lot less money.
Well, but also, if you knock up a girl with money, you're not going to have to pay us. This is terrible advice. If
Yeah, I
you
agree.
you're like, knock up a girl without a job. It's like, okay, guess what?
Now
You're
she's
her
on
job
your
now.
dime. Yeah.
Yeah, but dude,
If you knock up a girl
understand?
with a job,
Even if you knocked up a billionaire chick, you would still have to pay child support. The problem is she has a certain lifestyle.
Sam is entirely the wrong person.
Yeah, but if the
to get
lifestyle-
advice from on
I'm
this
also
issue.
wrong.
How
I'm
many
like-
women are you paying in your
Yeah,
life
that's-
right now?
I dude, I'm
the
taking care of
lifestyle
people.
has to be the lifestyle you provided. If you prove that I wasn't paying for this, like if she's like, look, I've been on a yacht every Saturday, and the guy goes, yeah, I didn't pay for it.
Yeah,
the judge goes, doesn't
I
matter.
don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I think they can ask for a lot of money if they have a certain lifestyle.
Yeah, if you provided the lifestyle.
Yeah. It's not like,
Like if okay, let's say
So
this.
let me say I knock up like let's say I knock who's a
You can get money.
I knock up Jeff Bezos' ex, right? She
Okay.
can ask me for $1,000 a month.
she's not going to ask you for anything.
You're asking her for
Yeah,
money.
you're
The
asking
They
her.
Madonna.
always ask for something.
No,
What's
dude.
Madonna's Guy Ritchie? He's
Yeah, dude.
that's the success story
He's
for
getting
men.
money from her. And he's rich.
Yeah, okay.
That's the
take
dream.
Blake Griffin.
That's the American dream.
Take Blake Griffin's ex. She
Yes.
was making fat money from Matt Leinart. Now she's getting $200,000 a month.
Yeah, but that she's getting it from them because she doesn't have any money.
Yeah, but she had money because she'd already got knocked
Yeah,
up.
but
Okay,
that,
here's the thing,
that,
you're-
that doesn't count.
But so she's not a broke bitch, and so she's now a pretty rich bitch, who before that she was a broke bitch.
yeah.
Now-
Because somebody took your advice and knocked up a broke ass bitch.
Yeah. But I
That's
know
why
what
she's rich.
See, there is something to be said about dating a broke fucking woman.
Yeah.
No, a woman XM. But if you
You
dated,
literally said bitch 50 times.
I know, that's what I'm
A
joking.
lady.
Yeah, excuse me, a broke lady. If you date a broke lady, yes, you bring her to, you get her you know what? You can upgrade to the Caesar salad. She goes, oh my God, I'm with a millionaire, right? But once you marry them, and then now you are less, you're half of what you are. But if you date a girl that even just makes $100,000 a year, like pretty good job, you're not going to be in the pocket for tons of money the same way.
It's so crazy, dude.
Have you mostly dated girls that have money or not money?
A little bit of both. Like, it depends. I date broke chicks. I've dated chicks who are killing it. I dated
How'd
both.
you like dating chicks that have more money than you? Did you ever like that?
I
Does it
liked
feel
that
weird?
time because I had no money.
Yeah.
Right? So that
Some
was
guys
great.
feel weird about that though.
Some guys do, not me.
how'd that- did you guys share a bank
But
account? How'd that
I come from hustlers. Like my mother, my father,
Right.
all hustled, dude.
But
They
it
made
is
money.
you have less hand in the relationship. It is harder to be like, I'll fucking come home when I want to come home when they're funding the whole
I think
operation.
even if you have the money, you don't have. Like I
No,
have
of
this theory,
course,
and
but
I'm
if you're
looking
the
at
guy,
every
though.
listener, have I talked about this on the show
on.
yet?
I don't
My
know.
theory about peasant pussy.
I've heard that phrase out of your mouth, but
On
I
the
don't
show.
remember the rule though. Go ahead.
Well, so it's my theory that men understand social hierarchy, right? If like you and I are hanging out and Chris Rock comes in or Joe Rogan comes in, we automatically know who the alpha is at that point,
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
show
yeah.
him respect. Women
still
don't know that at all. They look good in fucking jean shorts or a mini skirt, and all of a sudden they could be illiterate trailer trash, and they're like talking to like Prince fucking Andrews. They're like, "What's up, yo? We should start dating or something."
No, there's legitimate, smoking hot bartenders that you just start dating a billionaire. There's no dude that you go, yeah, I work at the 7-Eleven, and now I'm dating a billionaire.
It's why that documentary, that Netflix documentary, The Tinder Swindler, could never happen to a guy. Because all these chicks, this guy just is like, hey, you want to come on my private jet? And they're like, yeah, sure, that makes sense because I'm hot. A chick comes up to you and says, hey, you want to come on my private jet? You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
what is this?
Well,
This
I'm
is
a bit of a
weird.
Tinder swindler myself. What I do is all my cards broken. You all Venmo them back and then delete their contact. I'm a petite Tinder swindler.
You're a Groupon. Tinder swindler.
Those are some of the things that I do. I'll go to a place that has a cover, but then I actually knew the bouncer that lets me in for free.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
He's a fan of your comedy.
He's a fan of my comedy.
Just act like I'm important.
Act like I'm important. I go, I paid it. Don't worry, it's all good. No, I pretend that I paid it, and then I go, you just get the drinks. I'll pay for the cover. It was $20 a head. I'll get that. You know what? You run in, get the first drinks. Petite Tinder swindler.
Have you ever left a girl at the bar?
What do you mean? Just like that I came
you were
with?
on a date and you're like, fuck this, and just jammed?
No.
That happened to me one time.
I'm trying to like maybe pick up some
I
other
left
girl
her.
back in the day.
You left her. Oh, that's rough, dude.
Yeah, I don't put up with that shit.
Wait, what
But you didn't
was
say
it?
anything? You ghosted? You just walked away and never came back?
Like I'm going
No,
to take a
I
piss?
saw-
Or
you
You go, I'm going to the bathroom, and then stomped off.
So I go to the bathroom and like I come back
Sam,
and she just
you
keeps
put your drink in her
grinding
face?
on
You put your
by
drink in
this
her
guy.
face?
This guy's like, she's on the dance floor. This guy's just like grinding on her.
Okay,
And she's
that's
like,
different.
hey. I'm like, okay, bye-bye.
I got news for you. That wasn't your date. That was the streets date.
Yeah, for sure. So then I left
the
and then I
streets.
get a call 5 minutes later. Did you fucking leave me? I go, yeah, go grind on fucking that guy. Bye. Hang up. She was a waitress at the comedy store.
Well, that's a
I
little
got
bit different.
No time for that.
That's a little different. You're just like, I'm on a date and I walked away with a girl. You're like, what happened? She's like blowing this guy. So I said, fuck this. I'm out of here. I just said, that's my line. I walked in. She's getting tag teamed by two dudes in the bathroom. And I go, you know what? I'm putting my foot down.
No, I'm going to wait till you.
Grinding on the dance floor.
I would actually watch and then I would leave.
Yeah. You go,
When you
I'm going to
like,
inspect it just to be
Fucking
sure.
money shot. I'm like, oh, well, pay for your own drinks. And I walk out.
Yeah, I want to inspect it just to be sure this is happening. And you go, all right, I'm leaving, but I did come.
So, New York City girls, Toronto girls.
Honest to God, people in New York don't like this because they think New York's very, very special. People in New York have like, we're the city's no other city in the world like this.
Yeah, it drives me a little
But
nuts.
Toronto is somewhat similar demographically and somewhat similar the building wise and the sort of type of people. The only difference to me is with the girls is in Toronto, guys there isn't as many people in like their 20s, early 30s with like real cash. In New York, LA, there's dudes that are 30 walking around with like multi-million dollars that they made even, you know what I mean?
From what? From like
Musicians,
Wall Street
musicians, hedge funds, Silicon Valley, actors maybe. We don't have, some guy that was an actor or in a band walking around that's worth, $10-50 million that you just run into at bars. You know what I mean? Those guys don't really exist in Toronto. There's some guys that, have like family wealth, the odd guy kind of thing, right? But for the difference is, so I think for dudes, your actually status is higher. So if you're a dude that's just like, kind of like a local legend in the fucking bar scene, maybe you're like a DJ that's popping off in this, you own a bar. Owning one bar, you might actually be kind of pretty high in the scene. Whereas in, New York, if there's like a guy that's like, yeah, I own half the block,
Dude, it's crazy.
So there's different level of wealth with dudes. So I think the competition for like the smoking hot girls is probably different in New York and LA.
I mean, like New
The
York,
hottest, there's no smoking hot girls that aren't with like probably pretty rich dudes in New York and LA. Whereas in Toronto, there's lots of smoking hot dudes that are with like popular, cool dudes that probably,
chicks, like smoking hot chicks that are with just regular dudes.
Yeah, because there isn't that kind of real money kicking around.
I gotcha. That's like Arizona. When you go to Phoenix, you'll see like 9s and 10s with dudes who are like 5s.
Yeah, but he was in high school quarterback.
There's just too many hot chicks there because there's sun, money, and cocaine. Right?
Yeah, that's real, man. Dude, I did so much better out here on Tinder than like in the South where I'm from.
Why?
Just because of the numbers. What you said, there's just way too many hot chicks. There's an overflow of hot chicks in LA.
Like, Johnny, you were dating a lot.
What?
Out here, was it hard before you got a girlfriend? Or were you just
out here it was fine. Just back home in the Carolinas, it was a lot different because they're looking for different things.
By
out there
23, half the chicks are all knocked up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like when I go back home to upstate New York, you can't find 25 to 35-year-old women anywhere at the bars. They're all at home with kids. Stick a
the ones that are out
skip a generation, yeah.
Right? And then you go, and then there's that like 35 and up bar.
Second
where all the
husband
guys
looking
who
for
just
their-
don't want to turn down the music, right? Nobody wants to hear, which I'm at
So
right
they're
now.
cranking out kids at 22 where you're from?
Yeah, dude.
Where I was from, like a few people cranked them out 19, 20, but mostly nah.
I was at I saw you at the Comedy Store last night.
Yeah.
And it was great catching
Was
up.
stand up there?
Yeah,
You
we
say
went
was
to go
good?
watch
Was it good?
stand-up. Stand-up is a master.
the best.
He is a master. And just when you thought, you're like, where are you going with this? He just drops the perfect punchline, and it just crushes.
It's great.
He is an idiot savant when it comes to stand-up. He gets the recognition that he deserves, but he's just should be talked in as one of the greats to ever do it. I'm not even kidding. Like his writing style is amazing. But it was so cool to be at the store because there was a little danger there again back at the store.
You think so?
It was a little bit because it hasn't been like that lately.
Little
But
corporate. They got rid of everyone. Moved to Austin. Then they,
lot of people
cleaned
left.
out some of the bad boys.
Yeah, and it's time to bring them back, man. It's time to. The Comedy Store needs to be indie, but
It's getting cool again.
That might be out of people's hands. But so I was sitting there in the back. There's this office. In the back, it's basically...
Girl had her tits out last night. Did you see that girl walking around with the guns out?
Oh, yeah, the thick chick.
Guns out. My friend, she had a net thing on, huge, I think maybe fake, but she was a bigger girl, so maybe not. And then she had
That's
just
Viking.
tiny stickers over her nipples and then literal mesh over top of it. And she was walking around. She wanted people to see it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just buzzing around the patio, like walking up, sort of, just getting them out there. It was very interesting. I go, what is this girl up to?
Yeah, seeking attention.
Yeah, it was something.
Would she be
It
in
wasn't
the-
really working though. She was really buzzing around by herself for like an hour. Guys weren't taking the bait. It was almost felt like a trap. If I think
You can't not. You can't not. We were talking
guys
about
are
this
going, "This is a
last week.
honeypot."
We were talking about it last week where like I could tell that these people were like running like stupid TikTok video pranks on
yeah.
people because they had this hot chick just every time a guy walked around, you see her just like, oh my God, he's looking at my tits. You're like, that's the most dumbest prank in the world. Like it's like a prank.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't help it. Here's a chick, got her tits out. She's thick. I like thick chicks. I'm from upstate New York.
You
All
like
the
'em
girls are
thick?
big. Oh, I love big girls, dude.
Interesting.
I really do, dude.
I like them fucking LA fucking anorexic.
Like really, like super, like skinny.
yeah.
How about a fucking flat ass?
I don't consider it flat. Like there's a specific ass where it's like, okay, it's really actually flat, but there's a difference between flat and like the girl's tiny.
Yeah,
But yeah, a little meat is
but you're
probably
tall,
better,
right? You're like what, 6?
But the girl doesn't have to be tall. I don't prefer tall girls.
Short girls, you like tiny
I like short
chicks?
girls, yeah. But I don't like the look you're talking about, the thick. I like that if they're 5'4". But if the girl's like thick and getting up 5'7", 5'8", that's a big girl.
Hold on, dude.
That's getting into that's a bigger
you like
girl.
Squares?
No, like what's Kim Kardashian? No, I'm
I
saying
like
Kim
squares
Kardashian.
or
I'll give
tits
you
and ass.
perfect example. Kim Kardashian. I really was like, I don't get it. This girl's like, who would be interested in this? And then when I found out she was like 5 foot, I was like, oh, I kind of get it now. That proportion to me is like kind of hot on a 5 foot
Well, how
chick.
tall are you?
6'3".
So that's like, how does that even work? If a girl's 5 foot and you're 6'3",
Bounces
It is,
around.
yeah,
You get
a
it.
little.
what?
You know how it works. She's like bounces around. That's
bops
what he's.
around.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, but like
I don't get what you're confused
But I'll go
about.
the other way around. When he's 6 foot, if the girl's 6 foot, and you're like, that's
Yeah.
a lot of legs kicking around the bedroom.
I love that.
That's what you like. You like
Really?
just
I want
fucking
Viking
limbs
shit.
everywhere.
I'm into Viking shit.
Oh, really?
Thick.
You like
bitch.
a wrestler or something?
No, I like a
Something
Viking
Amazon.
bitch.
Little
Not a-
struggle.
Yeah, Amazon. I'm all about that.
Yeah.
I love it. But I was at the store last night, and I was sitting in the back, and this young lady came up and sat next to me, and she just started talking to me. And I've decided that I'm fucked because I just had 2 daughters, and now my view of women is totally different. So this young girl sat next to me. We just
Now you hate him more.
She's like, well, she's super hot. And I'm like, how old are you? She's like 26. And I just go into, okay, I just want to help you live your dreams now. Like that, like I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I cannot.
You're just like, you know what? If you suck it, I'm gonna get you a part in a movie because I wouldn't normally do this, but I want to help you
I
live your
just
dreams.
want to.
now.
I'm like, tell me, oh, really? What are your thoughts? What are your views? And like, fucking 5 years ago, I would pounce. Now I just like, I want to get to know you. I'm done.
Get to know them.
Yeah, I know, dude. I'm fucked, bro. I'm fucked.
Wait, but is that your sort of your super ego? Like, listen, I can't be a creep. I gotta get to know this girl.
I just have a different view now.
That's
Is
the
it because you
serial
have
killer
daughters?
mentality. Some
What?
chick 20 years younger
daughters.
than you.
Is it because you have daughters now?
Yes.
Okay, that's
100%.
That's
I
it.
have a new operating system, and my wiring is not enjoying it.
Yeah, having
So
a
I literally
sister.
got up and walked away. I'm like, okay, I got to go because no compute. My body was
For
like,
a long
what is-
time, I couldn't date anyone younger than my sister, who's like 6 years younger than me. But I got over it.
Yeah, but you got
I got
older
it.
and
Yeah.
those change
That's
also.
not serial killer.
I'll tell you what, serial killer. You're saying that, but you like you just said, you got out of there. If you actually pursued this, let me help this girl, and you're fucking 2 hours deep into hearing about this girl's dreams and you're not fucking her, let's see how much your body chemistry's actually changed.
No, I wouldn't let it happen. I'm like, I'm getting out.
Yeah, it's easy to say, like, you know what? I just want to help her.
But
I
like-
think you'd be 15 minutes in and be like, yeah, I was wrong about that. Turns out I actually wasn't that interested in what this girl had to say.
Well, I'm over the sport humping. Like I used to be into that, like sport fucking.
Okay.
Like trying to find and.
Now you fucked for procreation.
No, I just
and to
want to.
assert your,
wanna sleep,
reassert your
dude.
vows for God.
You sound like Stanhope. Stanhope, he started to talk about that a few years ago about how he thinks that the whole sex act is just kind of base and physical and sweaty and gross. And you're starting to sound like that a little bit.
Dude, I'm telling
Well,
you.
I mean, it is.
Unless it's on a platter, I'm going to bed.
That's so sad.
It is. But I've done a lot. Hey, Johnny, don't
Yeah,
worry
you
about
did.
me.
No, but I just feel bad for you.
I've done a lot. I got.
I mean, if anything, that's the dream to like. I think for one, I don't believe you, but for two, there's a lot of guys where you go. I mean, if I could take a pill that I'm just that, where I go, whatever, it doesn't matter that much. I just got the chick and whatever. I don't even think about it. Like, I think a lot of guys would take that pill.
just so they can.
Dude,
but dude,
Harvey Weinstein would be in charge of Hollywood still. if
Yeah,
he
Yeah,
had
you
that
think he
pill.
Well,
wants?
here's
You think
the
he
thing.
wants to be doing those?
No, of course not. Bill Cosby, man.
That's a sickness.
Be
But
walking
just
around.
think about that, man. When you start to leave your sexual peak as a man, that's when you start making your money. You start to really make your money when you're not like chasing chicks all
Oh,
the time.
chasing tails is a good way to get nothing done. But I think that you can realize that without being. People can realize that without being
Yeah, well,
45.
dude, I
or
mean,
whatever
how many
you're talking
bands got together and started playing guitar because they wanted to impress women? Though I think women are a
All
great
of them.
motivator. Yeah,
All of them. But that's not most guys, though. I'm saying most guys really start making their money when they're done chasing.
okay.
Like unless you're like
I realized that probably around like 27, 28 that, okay, I can't this like chasing is fucking up your life. I would
there's
say.
just guys who got so much pussy it fucked their life up.
Yeah.
I never
know a
had that
couple
problem.
But it also depends on your life. Like if you have a life where you kind of like, let's say you're like a straight up Instagram influencer type guy, making blogs, drinking and partying or whatever. And that's actually your life. Then, Dan Blazarian, whatever. I'm sure it sucks, but you are being productive at whatever the fuck it is you do. But if you're trying to do anything other than like documenting my degeneracy, then it's, obviously if you're spending every single night drinking with chicks and partying and spending time on this nonsense, of course, you have 50 extra less hours a week. That's
dude,
simple math.
My favorite.
A second full-time job is going to be tough to get your main
favorite
gig
time
done.
at the Comedy Store was when it was dead and everyone was doing blow, and it was just the greatest.
It was just a rock and roll zone.
Oh, dude, it was just like people just. There were girls who were comedians hanging out,
Just
and they were
chicks.
just doing blow and blowing everybody, and it was, and you couldn't have that right now. You just
I miss
couldn't have
it.
it.
Yeah, I
No,
miss
everyone
that
will be
whole-
arrested.
Everyone would be like, it's not like that.
So sad.
My God, I don't feel fucking comfortable.
And that's done forever, right? Like that's never come back. Don't
well,
you think?
I think
What, like the pure, real rock and roll?
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
think to some degree that stuff did end with phones.
How do you mean? Go ahead.
I mean, videotaping people.
Yeah, videotaping people. The texts are all recorded. The interactions are all recorded. Everyone can, call each other out and stuff like that. Not that I don't even mean like in a way that, here'd be an example. If you're in a band back in the day, people you just go fuck all these girls and then like go back to their normal life. Like now, even if it's like completely consensual, everything like that, it's like. If you're a famous dude, you don't want like some chick like writing a blog about how she fucked you and all that
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like a normal person could just be like, it used to be like people would fuck for years and then one groupie would get a book deal and write about all of them.
Yeah.
And then you just be like one page and it would suck probably.
Remember that chick Superhead, that black chick that blew all those rappers, and she got the nickname Superhead in the community, and she wrote a book about it. You don't remember this?
No,
Some shit like that.
Yeah, her name was Superhead.
Look at-
and
why,
that was,
dude?
and she
Yeah,
got an entire career out of it.
There's no like, there's just no privacy period,
Master
right?
something, I say. Master something. And if yours is giving head, God bless you.
10,000 hours?
Yeah.
Look, you just Google it,
10,000
and her name.
hours.
You Google Superhead, and it's her name that comes
Let's
up.
see what she look. That was Superhead?
Yeah. And she her occupation is writer.
Dude,
Isn't that
imagine
great?
marrying Superhead.
That's her right there.
Good for her, dude.
I mean, it's wild that she like.
And
It's
if
such a
you-
funny thing to be married to Superhead.
And of course, Bill Maher's with Superhead. Look at that.
Oh, he loves black chicks, dude.
Yeah,
he
who
loves
doesn't?
black chicks.
Bill Maher was Superhead.
Bill Maher's hanging
Look
out
at that
with
shitty and grin on his face, dude. That's the happiest I've ever seen him.
Superhead. But she was known for giving great head. Is that it? Or
I
did
guess
she...
he must have dated her.
Now,
Good
let
for
me
him.
ask you something. Did she give herself that name?
You don't give yourself that kind
Oh,
of
dude,
name.
people
Look,
do.
she's
Oh,
even
she's
got,
with
I
Chris
don't-
Brown here.
Maybe look, she's got a T-shirt with that on it. So
All right, so a lot of people dated Superhead.
it says it's even got the definition. She's got a shirt with the definition of superhead, and it says noun: superior brain.
Yeah, okay. Nobody calls you Superhead lady. Nobody's draining you because you can fucking write a good blog.
Let's see what her Wikipedia entry
So
says
funny
about-
marketing that, where people call you, oh, this girl's a slut who fucking gave everyone head, and you're like, I can make money
You
off
dated,
this, right?
I'm too old, but have you dated any OnlyFans girls?
Yeah.
And what's that
But
like?
not like properly like girlfriend kind of thing, but where we're, dating.
You contribute your dick to any OnlyFans videos?
No, but I've been asked.
Interesting.
Really?
There's a lot of
I
that.
have too many tattoos, so I just like, I don't know. I
Some
don't.
people know it's your dick.
Yeah, I think so. And as a comic, I go, dude, I don't know. Like I have mostly like dude audience and stuff. I think that people would think that's corny.
I don't think they would hate you, though. And I don't even think being...
No, there's dudes who do it. Like, I don't know, that Adam 22 dude, that's his whole thing,
My buddy
But-
that opens for me on the road, he does... He used to beat off on his wife's face, and she was making like $7,000 a month.
No, I know a decent amount of dudes that kind of will do that kind of stuff, and I always get asked, but I'm like, I don't know, I have a job.
Yeah, right? You don't have to.
I have a job and I like make money. I don't need to fucking do porn.
It's so widespread, dude. There's so many chicks on dating apps that are just like, hey, I'm looking for a guy to, jerk off on me or whatever. It's very
Yeah.
common. Like,
Show
you'd be
me
surprised.
one.
Dude, I'm telling you, are you on dating apps still, Ryan?
No. I'm
Okay,
doing so.
it's out there. Trust me. Trust me, dude.
Yeah, there is a lot of those girls doing that. I mean, I like to some degree dating chicks like that because I like the idea of like knowing this will never go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I like knowing that obviously we're not gonna fucking get married or some shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so it kind of keeps it in that
Have you
zone.
ever had road ass that you come back to there and then they start getting relationships and they're like, we can't hook up anymore. I have a boyfriend. You're like, oh, so you've grown in life.
The pit stop girl that's one thing when it's like some chick that you kind of like whatever hooked up with or whatever, because in some case you might actually have kind of a thing or whatever, right? But it's another thing when it's like more with this thing where you go, you know that like that girl ran through like 10 dudes in comics or 10 dudes in bands, and then you have to see like
dude, one chick at
some
the comedy
poor
store got
sucker
busted.
with her.
One chick at the comedy store got busted fucking 5 dudes in one night. And I was number 3.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, we know some of the guys.
Number 3 is the sweet spot.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it? Number 1 is the sweet spot.
She's just getting her chops, you know what I mean? She's getting her chops, but she's not too sloppy, but she's getting in the zone.
So
wait. How many of the guys knew that they were in this collection of guys that were?
Ari, Josh Al Myers, myself, Tony Hinchcliffe, and I think there was one more.
You all knew that you were.
No, so
how many people knew? Is what I'm saying. That she'd already fucked other guys.
None. Nobody
You didn't
knew.
know that she'd fucked anybody. Okay.
No.
Look at your shitty grin.
But you all found out
I'll tell you
after?
how we found out.
Okay, go on.
That Chris, we called him Black Chris. He was the manager at the comedy store. Was watching her blow Ari on the security cam. So then the next day, everyone started talking about it, and they're like, "What? When did that happen?" They're like, "Oh, last night she got caught blowing Ari," and everyone's like, "What time?" And then everybody started doing the math.
Oh my god!
And then they like, "Bing, bing, bing," and do you know who the 5th guy was? One of the hobbits from the fucking Lord of the Rings.
A little person?
No, like one of the guys who played the hobbits. Will you go hobbit actors?
Wait, you're joking.
No, I'm not even kidding.
What's that guy? Oh, fuck, hold
I
on.
thought it was gonna be like Bryan Cranston.
I think he was just on Tiger Belly.
Not the guy that played like Rudy or whatever. Not that.
No,
dude.
not that guy.
Hold on. Fuck, I can't believe I can't remember this guy's. One of these dudes?
Yeah.
This guy?
No, I think it's that guy.
That's
the guy from
amazing.
Lost, Dominic Monaghan.
Yeah.
No shit, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Incredible.
So that night, yeah, that's him right there,
Yeah,
right?
Dominic Monaghan.
Yeah. He was the 5th guy. And he was tweeting about, I met this girl. She's the love of my life.
Fuck off.
And she was drenched in our DNA.
Oh no, dude, that's the worst.
He did not say she's the love of my life.
Like along those lines, dude.
Like he was like, oh my god, what a
she's
keeper.
an angel.
Was she hot?
Oh, she was so hot.
That
She's
is
still
rare
hot.
that there's a smoking girl just like
Her mother
buzzing
was
around, sucking everyone off.
her mother was a famous playmate. So it's
Dude,
like,
was she sticking it to some guy?
what do you mean?
Like some dude cheated on her and she's like, I'll fucking show
No, she
him.
just loved drugs and fucking.
Good for her.
Oh, she was great. I still love her to this day.
You still know her?
Oh yeah, but she's like cleaned up and now she's like.
You kept
a
in
nature
contact
girl.
with her?
Yeah,
She's not the one that's into like Reiki and shit now. It's
I'm not gonna say her name.
Okay.
Reiki's so
Because I said
funny.
before, because it's actually
Reiki.
named after.
Getting into Reiki is she gives you a Reiki blow. Now she just gives dudes Reiki blowjobs where she doesn't actually touch them.
Fucking funny, dude. That's so. But yeah,
She just comes up and she goes, Jesus, do I just come?
So what are you working on now? You got a special coming out or something?
No, I just had a special come out last week.
And you put out
Yeah,
yourself?
White Immigrant on youtube.com/Ryan
that's a good
Long
name.
Comedy. And
I'm
then
so happy for you, dude.
Thanks,
I'm so
man.
happy because, like, I know that you, and maybe you still, and you can. It's you're such a smart guy. You're gonna do whatever you think is best. But it's like you could easily get into the industry. But I think you're so unique, and you have such a great
youtube.com/Ryan Long Comedy.
that you could go your own way
Yeah, I think so.
and do your own thing.
There is like emerging, and I guess people like you and me are part of, it getting solidified, but it is becoming like there is a path that's emerging. Like it's not, I sure like 7-8 years ago, it was like everyone's really, I guess I'm doing a podcast, this and that, but like this is a real path that you can make work. So, I mean, like, dude, listen, I always wanted to, you want to make a good living. You want people to come to your shows. You want to be able to do stand up every night. Like if you tick off all the boxes that you want and you go, for me, I want to make sketches and stuff like that. I want to make sketches and I want people to see them. So with YouTube, I have that. I want to do stand up at like I want to do obviously on the road, but I do right now. I do the stand, the Cellar and Brooklyn Comedy Club mostly, and I do 3-4 spots a night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I'm like, okay, have the stand up portion down. I tour, I sell at places, I make my videos, I do my podcast, I have my studio with my friend. I go, like, I like this.
What's your co-writer's name?
Danny Polishchuk.
He's so funny. You
He's the
guys are
best.
both so funny.
Yeah, so you go, you're building your own little life. And I go, so instead of thinking about like what the industry thinks you want, people used to go, I want a TV show. But like, what did you actually want? It's like, well, I want to make stuff that people see, really.
Right, dude.
So when
right.
you break it down, these YouTube is not like there's people on YouTube that do way bigger numbers than any TV show. It's not even close, right? Like the biggest YouTubers do just insane numbers compared to television,
like
right?
Mr. Beast.
Nuts, right?
Like nuts.
It's nuts.
23 and just dominated.
Dude, CNN, they do 300,000, 400,000 views. I mean, I'm sure people talk about that all the time, but like, it really is, if you actually care about cultural influence and you go, I care about making things and I care about, being on a pulse and having a body of work. I mean, the platform's always going to be changing and evolving. You just want to try to stay in the right pockets. So to me, to be trying to pitch television shows, I know that that's a waste of time. I know that that's bad energy. And I know that I've done that in Canada where I go, the amount of time I've spent, like even the phone calls, putting together pitch packages, this is all wasted energy in terms of making stuff.
And like, I have friends of mine that I love so much that are like late 40s, going on 50. And like, I got this pitch pilot. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh, that stuff makes me cringe hearing about it, dude. When someone tells me it's like I'm writing a pilot, I just go, what? For who?
Yeah. Why?
Why? Do you like as a hobby? You like writing?
What are you doing?
Especially if it's like a white dude who you go, what are you, mental?
Especially spec scripts. There's just never anything going to happen.
Yeah, dude, you're like a white dude that's, you think you're just going to like get booked on some shit and you're going to start selling tickets. Like, even if you do get some job, what'll happen is you'll have that job and then in like 2 years it'll be gone and you'll be back to where you are now.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Dude, there's people with there's still celebrities. Like, there's still people that book like real proper movie star things and now, a big star. But most people, you book some show. How many people do you know at the Comedy Store that, were on some pretty popular show for 2-3 years? Now they have 10,000 Instagram followers and don't sell tickets.
Yeah, happens all the time. When I was running Comedy Chaos, the people who sold the tickets were the podcasters.
Of course.
And I tell people that all the time because you got these TikTok people.
I sell tickets mostly from YouTube still, but yeah.
No, YouTube podcast. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what sells it. Dude, you have talk with TikTokers. Like, you just can't break it to them that it doesn't translate to a lot of shit.
Why do you think that is? Because TikTok, you are able, if you can translate TikTok to YouTube, it seems like that's the method, but it's hard to. But why is it hard to translate TikTok?
Because they're not real numbers.
But they are, though.
No, they're not. They're Chinese fucking phone.
I don't know, dude. I see people all the time that go, I saw you from TikTok. But they don't, not at shows, on the street.
Maybe there's just no commitment, it's in such short snippets that they're not really getting your personality.
Yeah, like if you just look at what the conversions to ads, they're worth, I think, like 30 times more. They don't come to shows. Dude, I know people that, I'm not kidding, have 3 million TikTok followers, every video 500, 600,000 views, and they can't sell a night at a club. They have some fans, like, they could do a show and
some people show up.
They can get, probably 50 to 60, but like they can't sell out a night. And it's like, this guy's I don't know. So, but that might change. So I'm not pew-pewing it. I do think all platforms matter. But right now, to me, I think YouTube and iTunes, or whatever other podcast.
Right.
Audio podcasts is probably the highest form of currency. There's nothing, in my opinion, worth more than like an audio podcast subscriber that listens every week, and probably the second is YouTube.
I think YouTube is definitely, I'm just trying to talk to all my friends. I think Facebook has some following too.
Trevor Wallace says he sells tickets from Facebook.
Yeah, I think he does. And there's a couple other guys that do that. I like Trevor Wallace. He's been cool to me.
Yeah, he's the best. If you can get in that Facebook algorithm, you could just crush.
Yeah, it's because
But I think
Facebook is
done.
older people, right? People that are more inclined to kind of buy a ticket to go out.
Yeah, you're probably
People are
right
so
on that.
dumb too. I hate that. You know what the problem is? Like, you know, and I think you probably have some like hipster sensibilities and stuff too, and so do I, or whatever, right? Like where you know, going against the grain so much.
Yeah.
It is hard sometimes when you start. The bigger you get, the more you're just like, there's no way that you can get really big without not having like a lot of real retards that like you now.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, this is how dumb people. This is how dumb people are. Like, I do satire videos, and a lot of the people that come to shows aren't that, right? Like, like I think that a lot of times most of your real fans are ideally kind of like you, and I'm stupid too, but like loopy in a different way, not like, you know, this way where I go, I'll do these satire videos where, like, for example, one I did recently was basically when the Neil Young thing happened. I was saying, you know what, we need to join Neil Young and boycott Joe Rogan by everyone switching over to Amazon and buy every product from Amazon and boycott your local theaters and only watch all your entertainment from Amazon Prime, and this is the future. And if the local grocery store wants to support Rogan, then don't support, whatever.
Yeah.
It was pretty fucking obvious.
Right.
Dude, I literally said that I'm not going to the local play, so I'm not going to be supporting this local play because one of the actors posted a Joe Rogan meme 2 years ago, like shit like that, right? And that was the most downvoted video ever because it was just gone the algorithm and everyone being like, this guy's a friggin' libtard idiot. Like, people legitimately mad, like, oh yeah, well, you're supporting Amazon, that's better. And you're just like, so it literally kind of killed me in the algorithm for a week because I had so many downvotes from, you know, people thinking
That's so interesting.
I know, so it's
dude.
just like, it is
I love my fans. They're good people. Like, once in a while they get a little crazy, but
it's positive and negative, Sam, because you go, well, obviously the super, like most of your fans are just gonna be you, but like, you know, whatever, right? But the part of it that's positive is you go, sometimes when you're just like, fuck, am I even good? Blah, blah. You go, people stink. So yes, you're better at this than most people.
yeah, I mean, there are some bad comics out there, and there are some people who love bad comedy. I mean, there's people who sell out arenas. I wanted to ask you, do you think Brad Pitt could sell out the Staples Center?
That's a really good question.
Brad Pitt, one night, do you think he could sell it out?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
I don't know, man.
What is he? Depends on what he's doing.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, it would have to be something like Brad Pitt and Friends, you know?
Yeah,
and they just come out and talk.
I think though Brad Pitt could like sell out, even being like, you know, it's Brad Pitt doing like a big charity gala ball and it's $50 a ticket and like, I don't know what he would do. Like if Brad Pitt said, I'm gonna give a talk about, you know, like a TED talk essentially, I don't know if he'd sell out on that.
So,
but
like
if
a ball where him and whoever he's dating.
You're right. It would have to figure out what he's doing because there's big celebrities that start bands. Like Billy Bob Thornton started a band, and he's not doing Madison Square Gardens with his band.
No, they play like AAA ballparks during.
No, but it's interesting.
What could Jim
After the
Carrey
game.
sell out the Staples
Because
Center?
some people have even talked about how podcast numbers don't necessarily translate to like Netflix numbers. And
What does that mean?
That means like someone who has a huge podcast doesn't necessarily get huge ratings in the.
Well, I mean, do them. You know this yourself, right? Have you ever tried to transfer your followers from one platform to another?
Yeah, it sucks.
What's your conversion rate?
None?
Okay,
you
so
know you did it.
that's
You-
on
right.
a phone. You're asking them to like close one app on the phone and go to another. You're asking them to go from Instagram to Twitter. Now imagine them asking them to go to podcast. Put down your phone, open up your TV, open up Netflix. You can't get them to do 1 step. Now you want them to do 9 steps.
No, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, you did get. I mean, you went to Rockfin. You got off. You're completely off YouTube with Tinfoil. And you got a good,
And we're starting to build up my YouTube.
pretty
again.
good number. It's not. I wouldn't say it's
Taking a
nobody.
while, and we're finally getting it.
YouTubers a lot of times would make there was an era where they were trying to make TV shows with YouTubers and stuff, and they were not doing good.
Yeah.
Although a lot of them sucked, right?
Yeah, there's still this weird stigma with some people about being a YouTube quote unquote celebrity.
That's a stigma. That's just people not being able to like update their things because that stigma 10 years ago was accurate. Like there was a lot of essentially lifestyle YouTubers, but now all of the top comedians are YouTubers. Like you said, like Joe Rogan is essentially a YouTuber. Your whole, you know,
Like
LA
Kill
podcast squad,
Tony,
they're all
like
YouTubers.
Tony Hinchcliffe and
Everyone's
Red Band.
popular from YouTube and, you know, getting popular in the YouTube algorithm.
We've had
So
to
to say
redo
that-
it. Like they buried me in algorithm. They buried me. We used to
Yeah,
get
you have to start again.
100,000, bam, down to nothing. So now we pulled off all the conspiracy shit.
Yeah.
And like, how long has it been? A year? year and a half.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
People are like, where's tinfoil hat? I'm like, dude. I mean, there's a video that says, where's tinfoil hat?
Well, if you have different channels, like that's one thing, right?
I'm not gonna put any conspiracy because, dude. Like
YouTube doesn't want it.
I've taken away. I've been.
It does suck. Yeah, do your conspiracy stuff on? You're doing all the Rofkin stuff and whatever. Yeah, you got spots for it.
Yeah, and dude, like Instagram,
that ain't the spot
I lost
for it. Sucks.
it.
YouTube sucks.
Big money to get back on, and I'm just not.
It's so funny to me that worked. So you paid a guy what 3,500 something like that,
and what
cash to get your Instagram back. And what do you think? Half of that went to a guy at Instagram who works in an office somewhere.
100%.
That's so grimy, isn't it? I mean, just fuck them.
I mean, like, what are you gonna do, dude? And now I don't put any political shit on there, and I just drop bombs on Telegram.
Yeah, it is unfortunate that this is the situation.
And it's like I used to get really angry at it, but now I'm like, well, a bunch of people follow me to Telegram. I drop bombs on there.
That's a good way to do it. You have your here's where I drop.
I would love to do it here, but it's just like you won't find me. And it's so funny. People are like, oh my God, where'd you go? Like banished to hell.
Yeah, and YouTube does wild stuff sometimes once you really get on the radar. Like with Nelk Boys, I remember even when they were banning them for their off-platform behavior.
Like that is crazy.
Oh, it's getting dystopian. I mean, yeah, dude, we're living in hell to some degree.
Well, Ryan, as someone who
it's the greatest time and a terrible time at the same time.
You seem to know how YouTube works pretty well. Do you think there's any chance that we see another platform compete on any meaningful way with YouTube?
There isn't yet. There's not. Well, TikTok, yeah.
No, but I mean just like long form
for what YouTube is, like Rumble or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's so hard, right? That being first is so important.
I don't think so. But a lot of people tell you to go to Rumble and alternative platforms, and I do agree. Like, it's a good place to take your audience, but you can't like grow there.
And even if it did, though, it would get bought by Google. They just roll it into.
And
YouTube.
Here's the thing.
That's a good point.
The problem with every single new platform, it has to compete with YouTube today, not when YouTube came out. So it has to be instantly shiny. Now, the one that
happens though. Like, I mean, listen, TikTok. Right? Everyone said that 3-4 years ago, and then TikTok came, and it is dominating the space.
Well, when you have the weight of the Chinese government behind you,
I think so. Yeah, I think in terms of hours watched, I think so. Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, you got the government, Chinese government behind you, but I think they sold. But like Odyssey is really nice looking.
Yeah, it does look nice.
Really nice looking.
They're all slick. I mean, those places are all good. The problem is they just don't show you to a new audience. Your work, like, here's the thing. The trade-off for these platforms is you put all your stuff there, they take 75% of the revenue, and or whatever the split is essentially, and they'll show you to a lot of new people. That's essentially like the implicit contract you're making with these places. If you get enough, whereas when you go to the other places, the contract is you bring in the audience to watch your audience will watch the stuff. We'll give you a bigger percentage of the revenue, but we're not going to show you to anyone that doesn't already know who you are. And, there's some algorithm component. They have front pages. But is there anyone, like, here's all it will take for one of those places to jump off is they go, yo, do you know this guy? He's selling out places because he popped off on Rumble. Has there anyone that's popped off on those platforms? No, there's only people that have gone to those platforms and brought their audience.
Yeah. So if
you find someone that go, that guy was nobody, he got famous on Rumble and now he's selling tickets. 10 people who have their ear to the pulse will all go there. Everyone, and then all of a sudden, but right now everyone's going there to just like to interact with their audience in a free speech platform, but not to grow a new audience.
I had a buddy of mine who's like, yeah, my show's getting like 1 million views
on where?
On Rumble, and I was like, what?
Really? What? I don't think that anyone's getting 1 million views on Rumble.
You have to handle these people with care because they get so excited. I guess say it, and
I don't think that's true.
And I'm like, you would be selling out everywhere you want if you were those are real numbers.
Dude, I mean, I do check in at all these places because a lot of them offer me money. A lot of these places message me and they go, we'll give you XXX to, switch over and I'll be part of their news story and whatever, right? They post, whatever. It's not like some crazy money. But I go and I'm like, oh, let me click on like 5 huge creators. And you go, 10,000 views, 7,000 views, and these are people way bigger than me. So I'm just like, I don't know. It's just, so what? I have every video I post, which is 6, I have another place. So it's an extra, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours for me a week. All it will do was, kind of divide I don't get the utility of it.
Yeah, I mean,
you go build up there for when you get deleted on YouTube. I go, listen, like if I get deleted from YouTube, like that's it. Like I'm not like, oh, I'll have my dwindling little audience. It's just like not
Are
really.
they giving you any shit?
I'm not a streamer. If I was a streamer, that would make sense. But I'm trying to make viral sketches, and if you don't have a place that you can go viral, like it's
Are you
it doesn't
getting
work for me.
shit from YouTube ever for your content and your take on things?
Yeah.
They give you shit.
Yeah, I'm constantly like fighting the fight, and I got stuff taken down. I've gotten strikes, and then I started a new channel, and then I've appealed strikes, and I have a warning on my one channel, and I'm like in the game.
Have you
like
appealed? Have you
everybody
had any
else.
successful appeals?
Yes.
You have.
Yeah,
Do you recall any? I
trying
find
to be
those
careful with it.
Yeah, I try to be careful.
No, like I have a guy at YouTube that I find out what exactly it's for, and then I try to craft my thing properly and blah blah blah. But I mean, it is what it is. I don't know,
dude. It is.
It's just like, dude, the truth is, like, if I woke up and they go, delete all your stuff, like, I don't think that, like, again, I'm not like a political streamer. Like, I'm not like a daily radio guy like some of these people where I go, I want to, I'm a comedian. So I go, if I'm banned from like public discourse, it's not, like, I wanted to make, like, I'm not going to go over and, scream my message to people because, like, I don't really. The message isn't that important to me. Like, I think at that point, it's like, I guess I quit entertainment.
Dude, I've had that where
I think at that point, I'm flipping houses, bro.
When they took, hey, dude, they took me down from YouTube for like, 3 days?
Yeah.
And I would look, and I could see it was still there. It was, and just Joe Rogan, Andrew Schultz were so nice. They went to war for me. And they got it back, and then I
remember that.
And I was just like, dude, and I know what it's like not to have it. And I feel for these guys.
Dude, it sucks, but honestly, like, I don't know, you have like an interesting take. You're talking about all these different topics. Like, you have this audience on these different platforms. Like, I get that, but what? So I go post my like weekly sketches for no one to see? Like, I don't know.
No, I get that.
For what I'm doing, I think at that point I might be like, all right, maybe I'm like, I guess I'm a city spot club comic as a hobby, and that's how scary the fucking world is, where they will just be like, yo, this guy's deleted.
But dude, you enjoy it too much to just stop, right? You'd keep doing it.
Yeah, but that's like saying that, I really enjoy playing, I really enjoy stock trading, and you go, yeah, you're banned from the S&P 500, or no, you're banned from trading on any of the like indexes. I go, and they go, well, you can be on the, in the Nigerian market, and I go, maybe.
No, I'm with you, dude.
I bet you still.
Or maybe they won. Like, maybe I lost.
I felt it, dude. I felt it.
You go, are you happy, world? You fucking beat me down. I lose, I guess. I'm not big enough. Like,
my buddies were like, they get hundreds of thousands of views, and we used to get good number of views, and now I have to build it back up. I get 20,000 on a fucking video, and I get overexcited, and I look at what my buddy 300,000, and it's just like, it's gonna take time to build it up. The only blessing
but that at least always happens. You're not like deleted for the fact where like your name's done in terms of public discourse, where that always happens. You're always going to be like, oh, fucking views are popping, and then they go down again, and then you go down, and you're like, that's it, I'm finished. Everyone hates me.
They will. At some point they go back, and they're slowly creeping up.
They do, yeah, they will.
It's like I've had to retrain the audience that they're like, we want the conspiracy. I'm like, they don't want that here. They just don't want that here. So it's either get rid of.
But you put that on iTunes still.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Tinfoil Hat's like
you must have had a pretty good like quantity of like audio listeners.
Oh yeah, dude, it does really well.
So you're good.
But it is what it is.
Why don't you that's just an audio podcast, dude. Some of the big podcasts aren't video. Like, you don't have to be a video podcast.
No, we're
I always wonder though, how do people find out about those podcasts? Like an audio podcast that hits now. Is it just word of mouth? How do people find out about that shit?
Dude, some of these dudes are like audio podcast, how do they find out about it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Facebook, Twitter.
Good question, I guess. Like, I mean, you get it. There is like a little bit of an iTunes algorithm, but
not much though.
But you're right. I guess YouTube is like the engine for a lot of people. But there's a lot of big podcasts. Like, dude, Come Down's still just audio. you know?
Come town.
They crush it.
But there's
too on
some dudes,
Patreon.
Great.
dude, it's fucking nuts though. There's dudes that like, there's these, you know, internet commentator dudes. Like obviously everyone knows like Alex Jones, but these other guys where, you know, not only are they banned from like YouTube and all those places, some of them are small enough that they can, you know, keep putting up dummy accounts and get them taken down. But like, they're also banned from like PayPal, fucking Visa. Like some of these people like can't get mortgages, they can't fly. Like some people are really in like wild spots, and it's
dude.
And some of them, you know, depending on who you are, some of them you might agree with, where you go good, like depending on your politics or whatever. But like some people, it's like it's not even that wild. They're just like beating down one issue you're not supposed to talk about or some shit.
No,
you know,
it gets crazy. And that's the problem with the left and the right, is that the left is like, they're okay with censorship now, but they don't realize that only a short time it was from the right to left to censorship. And they were censoring lifestyles and all that stuff. And now the left is doing it to the right with certain political views and all this shit. And it'll all come back around, dude.
well, it already sort of is where it's like it's sort of reemerging way more. You can see the left wing people like Jimmy Dores and Russell Brands or whatever, and then like almost agreeing, like they're all sort of in agreements where it's like, oh, this machine is trying to like censor everyone. Like, you know, like Dave Smith, libertarian, and Jimmy Dore probably agree way more on than most
it's like
people.
all the way from like Tucker Carlson and Gavin McInnes all the way over to Russell Brand and Jimmy Dore, and then you got
Dude, it's like literally the oldest fucking argument in the book. It's like mainstream versus the fucking like, you know, people that aren't in the mainstream, you know?
Yeah, but don't you like? It's like these rich kids that are just coming in. It's like everything, dude. Listen to me. Everything starts out with outlaws. Everything.
Yeah.
If you look at old YouTube,
Every fashion trend, even like whatever.
And then the bean counters and their own
bean counters.
The rich kids come in and just fucking take over
and milk it dry.
And they just run it into the ground because like so many of them just want to be like loved by their parents, and this like notion that they get big enough, but they can't compete with the crazy people like the outlaws that really built stuff. Like they had to do because that's all they could do.
Yeah, and they'll milk it dry, whereas the crazy people like wouldn't milk it dry because you have a natural inclination to like, you know, not beat a joke to death.
What's your take on Saturday Night Live?
I mean, I think here, obviously, like, I don't particularly think it's great, and I know people that work there,
friends on
whatever.
it, so I get
yeah. It's like I don't like to just always be trashing like comedy, but like I would say that it does in some degree. I don't like that we use SNL as the like flagship of like industry comedy because there's way too much and people go like, I even get that people that like me, you know, will be like, this is better than SNL, and people that don't like me with I'd rather watch SNL than this, whatever you want to put it, right? But you go, why is this the like gold standard? You go, this is just this like machine that's been there forever, and you go, yeah, I don't think they're on the like. When it was great, it was on the pulse of something and creating something. It is no longer that and should kind of be treated as such. It is just like a comedy machine that exists like any other. So I almost like, it's not so much that it's like, I feel like I resent the debate of whether it's good or bad. It's like, it's like there. It should just be treated like any other thing. How many other shows? We're not having debates of whether Big Bang Theory is still funny or any other million shows that have been on the air for 30 years. Yeah. It's just there.
Yeah, and I just think it's
like, if you want to talk to me about shows that are on the air that are still good, like South Park, like why is that not the gold standard?
It's amazing.
Tell me if something's better than South Park. Like that still exists. That's to me a gold standard.
And they seem to get away with shit that nobody else on TV is getting away with.
No notes. They have a deal. Every show it's ever had where they're like the deal was the
But why haven't they been canceled yet? Like they make
for one, go to like on a hotel room and some, I'm sure you don't have cable, but just like next time you're in a hotel, pop on Comedy Central on Friday night and see what their scheduling is. It's 12 episodes of South Park Friday, Saturday,
and they're all bangers.
Yes,
they're all good.
But my point is, it's because it's literally, if they didn't have South Park, they are no longer a network.
No, I just
why hasn't there been like on Twitter among all these woke assholes?
Dude, they were going hard on the trans stuff with like, strong woman and all that. And they were just getting like, and they were getting, article after article after article. They were getting the crossfires, but like to some degree, I think that they had enough reverence where Comedy Central goes, we can just ignore it. But if they didn't ignore it, it's like if and they go, you know what, you're right, we're gonna like stop making South Park anymore. It's like you're signing your death warrant.
Yeah.
Well,
So good luck.
But it's just that, I mean, you look at what Comedy Central's done in its other programming, you know,
well, dude,
yet they
and
hold
the
on
problem
to this
is
wonderful
that,
show.
Netflix took on all the rats from Viacom that sank that ship.
Yeah,
And now we're seeing it happen in fucking Netflix. Like those specials aren't resident. I think Taylor Thompson is because she's such a master.
Maybe
of what
with the
she
comedy.
does.
Yeah, she's also talking to like a very she's like hitting on a nerve with a demographic of people where they're like, yeah, she's speaking to me.
Yeah, 100%. News. So let's
Yeah, you
get
ready?
some
Okay.
stories,
This from
Johnny. This is with a final stretch.
From Ars Technica. We'll just do a few stories this week. A dentist broke his patient's teeth to make millions installing crowns, a jury finds.
By the way, that's my fucking mouth.
A dentist billed $4.2 million for crowns between 2016 and 2019. Isn't that
Johnny,
crazy?
my whole mouth is literally looks
Well, you're
like...
missing a tooth, right?
Well, I'm missing a tooth from when I party too much. But my mouth has all these fillings. It looks like just a fucking
I thought you were going to get a gold tooth. What happened to that?
I do want one. I want one right there.
For the missing spot.
I want
What's
one
stopping
really
you?
Bad. But what?
What's stopping you from doing that?
Just time.
Someone paid for it? Okay.
But yeah, dude, this guy paid off his mortgage, turning my fucking teeth into a back alley of potholes. It's fucking I hate opening.
How much
my
you
mouth.
pay for it?
I don't know. My parents did, but I like this guy.
Oh, when
But
you're young.
Oh,
so
this is
when
when
I
you're
left
a kid,
this
huh?
dentist, I never had another cavity ever.
You know, I've never gone to the doctor or a dentist since I've been in America, and it's been 2 years. And
Oh, shit, dude.
I used to go all the time, like normal amounts, but I'm starting to be like, oh, I guess I got it because I have to be an adult now. The daddy government is like sorting the whole thing out for me.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Do you think that public health care should exist?
It's very weird, dude. It's because I think it should be like this. I think if you need to get healthcare, you should be able to go. Like healthcare should be like hamburgers, right? You should be able to buy $1 hamburger. Or,
You should get a free health care, but there should be 2-tier like they do in Britain. Yeah, I agree.
100%.
That's what I think. Yeah.
100%.
There should be 2-tier,
Now
yeah.
that I can afford healthcare, I'm okay. But even that, I'm like, go fuck yourself with these deductibles, bro. Like that's the biggest scam in the world. Oh, you gotta do your deductible, or what's it called when you gotta get
Copay?
Your copay, is that what it is? Copay?
Well,
or
it's deductible is where you have to pay a certain amount
Yeah,
first.
you have to pay
and
the
then they
first
start-
1,000 or
Yeah, that's
5,000.
bullshit.
And a copay is
Yeah.
where you have to pay half.
I don't
that
have
or
health insurance, which that could bankrupt me if I get the wrong thing, I guess.
Then why don't you get it, dude?
I should, yeah.
Anyway, this guy was deliberately breaking patients' teeth with a
Dentists
drill.
are like auto mechanics. Doctors have gotten to be like auto
Vets are
mechanics.
and one worse than that.
Right? They're like,
real con
how are you
artists.
going to fuck me now by telling me I got something I don't got a problem with?
Yeah, I should just go back to Canada and go to the dentist.
See,
and
something
doctor.
happened.
Yeah, go
his
to
doctor.
Canada. Once
still have my
Trudeau
health-
let you back in.
I still have my health card for another like 6 months, I think.
Yeah, go there, get fucking probed and all that shit.
Wait, what? How's that work? You said you had your health card for another 6 months. How does that work? You have to renew it or something?
No, I can't renew it because I'm no longer a resident, right?
I see.
So
Okay.
I won't be able to renew it, but
So you're official American citizen?
no, I'm a American resident. So I'm an American resident, which means I can't be a Canadian resident, which means if I go to renew my health card, I can't. But I have one right now that expires for 6 months. So I technically could go walk into a doctor and I
yeah,
have a
man.
health card.
You gotta
Go
get
do
sorted
it.
out.
Yeah, I think that's the move.
Just set up
for
some-
sure.
I gotta do
in
this. Yeah,
Toronto,
I gotta do this.
Get probed, make sure you're okay.
Yeah, I gotta go back to Canada
Yeah,
and
so
do all
this-
this stuff.
I guess this
I
guy.
got a bump on my head. I gotta get removed.
What is it?
I don't know,
what?
a cyst or something. It's getting bigger.
Let's hope.
What?
It's getting bigger?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, after this conversation, I'm putting this on my to-do list. Go back to Canada and get the works.
looked at.
I go, give me the works, dude.
Light it up. Diagnostic on my beehole.
Give me
Yeah,
the
go to the
full.
doctor.
Next one.
Guy did. It's something happened to this guy because he did 434 crowns in 2014 and then 1,036 crowns the next year, and it just kept going up every year.
Yeah, and like
You gotta-
some people have to be like, but how do you find out about that? Do you think it's like someone who you work with got pissed because like he's
It's
probably
so
banging
interesting.
the secretary or the fucking hygienist and it just didn't work out, and then she's like, fucking, he's just lighting up people's fucking mouths.
So
Women snitch now. Next, like it's totally okay to snitch now. There's no honor. Men don't snitch. Women snitch all the time.
What do you mean men don't snitch? There are plenty of snitches out there.
Not when it comes to men and women.
Here would be an example. If a guy bangs some girl and she goes, "Oh, I have a boyfriend," no guy is gonna go mess that.
No one's gonna be like, so anyways, I am a victim, right? No guy's gonna be giving that story.
Yeah,
and like,
there's some
dude,
dudes
there's
out
a
there.
ton of female comics who fuck married men and nobody ever hears about it. Right? And then someone did a funny video. This guy, he's got the Poor Man's Podcast. He's fucking so funny. But this woman did a story about how like side bitches are now talking.
They're talking to each other.
Like they're just like, I'm fucking this guy. You need to know that. And like,
telling the main one.
yeah, or just telling everybody.
Oh my god.
Where it used to be like, no, you're side bitch. You know what your job is. Someday,
I've never been in the culture where I could like openly have like a guma that my chick knew about.
very hard.
I've never been able to pull off that fucking game, dude.
Very hard to do. Go on. So next story.
You got
yeah,
some
so-
fucking balls.
Here's a kind of an example. We've been talking about how all these apps and services pulling out of Russia, it's going to backfire, and this is kind of the first penny to drop there. Russians are set to launch a new app called Rosgram. That's going to replace Instagram. Since Instagram pulled out, it's called Rosgram, ROSS. Russian tech entrepreneurs are set to launch a picture-sharing app on the domestic market to help fill the void left by Instagram, which the authorities blocked this week. Also, maybe Russia actually blocked Instagram because it was
they were going to
doing
block
information.
the metaverse. They're trying to take him to court.
The new service known as Rosgram will launch March 28th and have additional functions such as crowdfunding and paid access. It actually sounds better than Instagram. Wow.
Well, I mean, they got rid of Pornhub. They've gotten rid of McDonald's, soda, Facebook. Like, dude, Russians got to be like starting to fucking hire Vibrate, man. They're like, I'm not eating like shit, drinking like shit, or consuming
That's such
shit.
a good point. Yeah. It's going to be a utopia by the
Yeah,
end of the
dude.
year.
I mean, like, are you hurting these guys or are you helping these guys? I'm sure at first go suck and then they're just going to become self-sustaining. It's like when you fucking quit your day job and you're like, I got to survive. You find a way to survive.
This is just, if you live in LA, this is, this is going to have to be a video. You're going to have to listen to this. You have to put your headphones on.
I'll put our headphones on.
Nah, don't worry about it. Fuck it. I don't
next
like
one.
that story.
What other stories were there out there I wanted to talk about?
This is a man. This is from Chron.com, the Chronicle. Man reportedly used, quote, magic shows to steal thousands from a Texas Walmart. This is interesting. First reported by the San Antonio Express News. Taylor Petaway. What the fuck? This is written like retarded. Seguin police said an unidentified man visited the town's Walmart on 2 separate occasions in January and February and used sleight of hand to convince cashiers he'd been shortchanged cash for purchases made at the store. Authorities stated that the man, quote, quick changed the Walmart staff, a technique employed by thieves.
That is so fucking funny.
He would use large bills to pay for inexpensive items, leading the cashiers counting out a high number of bills to be confused.
He ran fucking magic tricks on the cashier.
Yeah, the thief then counts the bills back.
That is the funniest fucking shit I've ever heard in my life. Did he start just pulling money out of his ear? Like, oh, how many dollars?
No, I think what he does is while they're counting the money out, he starts slipping some of it into his pocket, and then he's like, "Oh, you didn't give me enough cash," and then they just start getting more and more and more.
That guy's brilliant, and I'm sad he got caught.
Yeah, he's kind of look at you. Want to take a peek?
Yeah,
at him?
let's
Here's
see
the
what he
guy.
looks like.
He's not. He does not look like a magician. I'll say that.
What do you mean? What?
Well,
he
you'll
doesn't
just
look
see. He looks like a
creepy as
cholo or
fuck?
something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does. He looks like a David Blaine guy.
What are you talking about?
That guy right there?
That guy looks like a magician to you?
Yeah, David Blaine. Some.
What? When have you ever seen David Blaine roll up in fucking FUBU sweatpants?
Look up David Blaine. That totally looks like a David Blaine guy.
That doesn't look like David
No,
Blaine.
what are you talking about?
Like in terms of like his style.
What are you on about, dude?
Yeah, what are you guys talking about?
Find and picture him in sweatpants. FUBU sweatpants.
Like, dude, he's kind of like the street art guy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You guys don't.
David Blaine kicks ass.
He's
Yeah,
great. Yeah, but he does not dress like he just...
Honestly, I want to say that seeing a couple of these Blaine photos, I'm surprised that, because I'm thinking that, but the ones where he's bald, it's not the worst. Like that one right there. If you go run up.
This one?
No, right
one
there,
up.
over.
I was
That
gonna say
one.
no, one up.
One up, another one.
And then on the right, that like to me
he's
a
heavy.
little bit does.
He's
look
got a
like
blazer
that
on
guy.
though.
Yeah.
He's got a blazer on.
Johnny, you're
Okay,
kidding.
now show me the other guy again.
Yeah, Johnny.
It's not terrible.
Yeah, I know. Like, do you understand? Like, he's trying to
He's
be like.
chubbier there though.
Yeah,
and
he's
this
like-
guy's a different race.
He's
but
just fucking like hip, cool, fucking
There's
magician
nothing cool
guy.
about this guy.
Like, he's world star hip hop magician.
Okay.
Did you ever watch Black People Watch Magic?
I've recorded Black people watching magic, and you know what's funny? So I made this, directed this series in Canada, and we would go to the beach and we would do it. And the truth was, would get like all these amazing reactions. We're like, we'd have to stay there for 4 other hours trying to get like some white people because we can't, like, it can't just be 10 black people in a row. So legitimately, it was so easy to get great black people bits, and then you'd be like, black people would be there and be like, we have too many black people. Like, it really is. Because it's just like a hacky magic special if it's only black people. So you're trying, and white people won't fucking react. So it's very hard to get reactions from other races. So it's not like a myth, it's real.
That's so funny, dude.
Yeah, it was a legitimate problem.
That's so funny, dude.
This guy Rob Testa in Toronto. I know his DVD.
We taught you, I think. Was it you that was recommending buying that? What was that coin that was related to digital real estate? What was that coin called?
It was Mana. It's
Mana, maybe, yeah.
Mana. It's a
Oh,
polygon.
you're all sorts into weird stuff, eh?
Yeah, I mean sexually and crypto.
Yeah.
Reuters is reporting that HSBC is buying virtual plots of land in their latest digital
That's what
push.
they're doing, dude. That's what they're doing.
HSBC is buying a plot of virtual real estate in an online gaming space called the Sandbox for an undisclosed sum. This is the bank's first major foray into the metaverse as it shrinks its UK branch network. The digital
How
push will
crazy is that?
enable HSBC to engage with sports, esports, and gaming fans via its slice of turf in the Sandbox, a virtual space majority owned by the Hong Kong-based Animoca brands. Isn't that
Japanese
weird?
Asians
You got
loving
like
the
legit
metaverse.
banks now are buying
Dude, I'm not
digital
getting
real
into the
estate.
metaverse until I'm in the senior citizens home, and then I'm never leaving the metaverse. I'm just throwing on VR goggles, giant black dick, banging fucking
wait,
Thai
what?
whores in opium
Oh,
den.
Taking giant black dick.
Yeah, I was about to say,
maybe.
what,
I don't know. At that point, I'll just like, let me try it. I don't give a fuck. I'm old.
how excited do you think Chris Neff is about
Chris Knapp's
VR?
gonna be great. He's
gonna
gonna be
love
so
it.
excited. I don't even care about my kids. Be like, Mr. Tripoli, your daughter's here. Shut up! I'm banging Thai whores. Go away.
This is
I
from
lost all my money on Mana, so I'm gonna
Now I'm broke. I got nothing for them.
now I'm gonna government
This
subsidize.
digital Thai hooker took all my savings.
this is from AZ Central. You can get paid up to $1,200 a month for your poop by a Tempe biotech company.
A Tempe one?
Yeah, in Tempe, Arizona. A for-profit Massachusetts biotech company is expanding into Tempe and has an unusual ask for the community. It needs their poop.
All we need you to do is shit live on this guy while we film it and put it on the internet. And for medical procedure, though. This is a very high-end medical procedure.
Dude,
Sign this waiver.
would you love to see? I got a joke about this, but would you love to see Where Are They Now with the 2 chicks, 1 cup?
Absolutely.
What are they doing?
That's a
now?
funny sketch.
Did they fucking find kids?
Yeah,
Are
where-
they living their life? Do they have Jesus?
Well, dude,
Where
I
are they
still
now?
want.
Why did they start a podcast?
2 Girls, 1 Cup podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I still want to do that
Yeah.
with
Did they ever get out in the mix, like, publicly, or were they always kind of...
Let me see if I can find their names.
like,
That's a
did
good
they
question.
ever, you know...
Well, dude, it's the #1 video of all time, and they should have just been on the road. I have a whole joke about it, but they should be on the road.
Yeah.
Fucking selling out fucking.
But you don't even
arenas.
know their names, yeah.
You don't
Okay,
even,
okay.
Dude, their PA agent fucked up. I know so many people that got something great going, and they're fucking.
Did they ever take the
agents fucked
credit? I mean, they speak a different language, right? Like, they're not American, right?
up. Oh, they'll learn, dude. I mean,
Yeah,
do
they
you
can
really
learn.
care?
They could
If
do like
you
a
went-
karaoke
hey, dude,
tour.
how many tickets do you think?
Well, they could at least do a strip club tour, you'd think, right?
Dude, they could sell at the Staples Center, shit in each other's mouths.
Okay, this is
Who do you
now-
think would sell more tickets? Brad Pitt ball dancing or
Is
ballroom
there an
dancing?
example of a big celebrity doing some version of this? Like going and doing his Staples Center. I can't think.
What, shit in each other's mouth?
Yeah, shit in each other's mouth. No, anything. Like, is there
George
an example?
Clooney and fucking Brad Pitt shitting in each other's
Oh
mouth.
God. Those were some of the first great reaction videos too. People watching Two Girls, One Cup.
You know,
Right.
dude, you know they're at some fucking supermarket with their kids. Someone's like,
Hold on. Okay. I'm trying to find out if we can find their. It's not worth it. We'll do that
My
later.
favorite
I
thing
do.
is
I
when-
still want to do the thing where we talk to people who can suck their own dick, though, and kind
yeah,
of how they
I think
found
that
out
should be a
about it.
segment. But I love that IMDb puts porn credits on their fucking on their website.
That
Do
is
they really?
pretty
Have they
funny.
started doing that?
Yeah, go IMDb and put in like
Debbie Does Dallas. Let me see.
yeah.
That's a classic. Oh, it sure is. You're right. 1978. Shit.
And it lists all the people.
Debbie Does Dallas. A cheerleader and her friends
used to
need to
love
make
that
money
video.
quickly, so they
And it's-
began selling sexual services.
It's so tame compared to now.
Look at some of their photos.
It's so tame compared to now.
Look at Robert Kerman.
Oh, is that the girl who was Debbie Does Dallas?
I think
Whoa.
no, it's Bambi Woods. It was this woman right here. That's definitely her because I remember.
I love that.
name.
Oh, Robin. Oh, that's so funny, dude. How many of them are still alive?
Oh no, that is her. Shit.
Oh yeah, that is her. Holy
Yeah,
shit!
Wow.
And it's so funny because she's so hot there, and you just know she's broken.
Oh yeah.
And she's such a trailblazer.
Okay. Just a couple more. Oh yeah, that Tempe biotech company. What they're doing is developing a treatment for reducing recurrent infection that requires a steady supply of healthy human stool. So what they're working on is putting your stool that's healthy into somebody who's got an infection, and that's.
Oh, that's what they do, right?
Yeah.
They line their fucking intestines with your shit.
I guess so, man. That's what's
What
going
happens
on.
if I go there and I pee out of my asshole? Can they do anything with that?
Do you pee out of your ass?
You ever drank so much and you just piss out
That's
your
just
asshole?
diarrhea, dude.
You've never pissed out your asshole?
That's diarrhea, dude.
I know, but it's peeing out of your asshole.
That's oh god, that's
Okay.
disgusting.
Next story. We're almost done.
This is another one of these Russian things. This is kind of funny. A Russian restaurant has billed itself as the replacement for McDonald's and has reportedly revealed a logo that's almost identical to the Golden Arches.
I love this. I've seen this story. It's so great. It's literally coming to America.
Let me show
And
you.
this is in Russia.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, I love it. Good for them.
Here it is right here. This is the new logo for not McDonald's is what they're calling
That's
it.
so great. That is so great.
Isn't that
That is so great. Good for you, Russia.
literally just turn the McDonald's arches
That's
on their side.
hilarious. Yeah.
Good for you. What are you?
Dude, they straight up just nationalized McDonald's.
Absolutely.
And by the way, China does that all the time.
Yeah. Though, dude, most of the Apple stores in China aren't legit Apple stores. They're just
they
fake.
just jack your shit.
It's amazing. All right, one more, I think. Let me see. Where
Are you
did
gonna
it
go to Skank Fest in Vegas?
Yeah, I'm going to do it. Yeah, are you going?
I haven't been at. They usually ask me, but yeah, if I get asked, I'll go. I love it.
I don't think I'm going to do like all the days like I did this time though.
Oh, I didn't do Sunday.
Yeah, I did all 5, but I just thought like everyone was, and then most people kind of did 3 days, and I think this week, this
Yeah.
time I'm going to do 3 days.
Yeah, I think 5 days in Vegas is a long time.
Well, even and especially like I'm sure you're the same way. Like to leave for 5 days does take like a lot of prep, and I'm already like touring around that time.
I
so.
hope they're asking for podcasts. I hope they do more podcasts. I like when they do a lot of podcasts.
The podcasts were cool.
Because it's hard to do a million stand-up sets for a small group of people.
Yeah,
'Cause then
especially
you're
like
did they hear this already?
Yeah, everyone's kind of like, I'm sort of working on this new half hour or whatever. So you go, okay, you know what? I'll do this 10, then this 10, then this 10. Then you're like on your 7th set, you're just like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
here.
well, have you guys heard this yet?
Yeah, it is.
Have I talked about this?
It is kind of a little weird doing the 7 sets, yeah, because you know.
So when you have a podcast, you can just show up to do a
Yeah.
podcast, and then you do like a couple stand-up shows.
For sure.
But Skank Fest is the best fest.
Okay, so is this?
story?
Would you say this is a story of despicable cheating or of endurance. I'll let you decide. A medical student in India has come under scrutiny. This is from The Independent. After he was allegedly caught cheating with a micro Bluetooth device believed to be surgically implanted into his ear, a college official said. It was the student's final attempt on Monday to clear the exam after repeatedly failing it since getting admission into the college 11 years ago. So this guy's been trying to pass this exam for 11 fucking years in India. And finally, he's just like, put in the chip.
I mean, it's amazing. I actually did one where one time at university, I got what I did was, so I had this pretty good scam. Yeah. They had the exam happening in 2 different halls, right? Because there were so many people. So I went to the wrong hall and then sat down, and then they go, oh, it's for here, last name's A to this or whatever. And I go, fuck, I'm in the wrong thing. Pocketed the exam, then went, ran to the library for 20 minutes and fucking did it. And then I went to the right hall and I go, I'm an idiot. I went to the wrong hall or whatever. And then sat down and I knew smart. That was probably my best scam that I ever had.
I used to write the answers on the chair.
I once paid a guy paid me money to copy off me. A math exam one time, a guy gave me $500 if I let him cheat off me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in university. He was like, I have to pass this one course. I'm stupid. I can't do this, whatever. He gave me $500 to pass him the answers. Yeah.
That's great. My friend was doing so poorly in one class, art history, that when they were handing out the exams, she looks at me and goes, are you sure you even want to take this? That's how
I one time,
Mini Bluetooth is fucking incredible.
Good for him.
This professor had this chick, she just was meant to tutor me, and she ends up just blowing me every time we hang out.
Awesome. Okay.
And I
wow.
Yeah, of course.
She's like, I don't know. He was got all the answers when we hung out.
The student of the private medical college was appearing for an exam at the Mahatma Gandhi Memorial Medical College, where he was found with a mobile phone in the inner pocket of his trouser, which was connected to the surgically implanted Bluetooth device. That's according to Dr. Sanjay Dixit.
Oh, my God, dude.
This guy is a hero.
I think so, too. They were not able to recover the Bluetooth device while frisking the student, whose name has not been revealed.
By the way, this is the Bollywood version of Mission Impossible.
I want to see how they found out he did it.
Yeah, that is exactly it. Just trying to pass the
After
test.
questioning by college officials, one official reportedly said that the student
his dad wrong.
had a skin-colored micro Bluetooth device fixed in his ear by an ear, nose, and throat surgeon, according to the Hindustan Times. Another student was caught with a small SIM-powered device and a micro Bluetooth device, but told college authorities that it was not surgically inserted and can be removed with a pin. So one guy had it surgically inserted, and another guy just had it
this is a hero.
This is why. Because
he's gonna get so many bobs with that degree.
Pass this exam or become a dung eater, right? There's no greatness.
This guy's a god, and he deserves pussy.
Last
amazing.
one.
So they were just that's it. That's the last one. They were microphone hearing.
Ryan, where can they find you?
YouTube.com/Ryan Long Comedy. New special, White Immigrant and the Boys Cast with Ryan Long. You already know what it is.
Yeah, dude, you're the funniest dude, man. I love watching all the stuff you do. And
appreciate you, man.
Really crush it, and you're the best. You're like you, Jimmy Dore. You're all crushing this. I don't know if you consider what you do political comedy, but it's political satire.
Well, it's a cultural commentary, but politics became cultural.
Yeah.
It makes me optimistic for the future, though. That stuff like this
I
is
have
successful.
Tons of hope. Stand-up was talking about last night. You're like, they're not canceling. You could try to cancel people, but you just have to morph into something new. And just go hard in the paint.
Or if you're Ryan, you just quit making your videos and
and you become one.
That's the only thing is if they delete you from all the social media platforms and every time you start one again, they delete you. I mean, you can start a career. I think there is still a place to be a streamer. There's still a place to be, potentially a podcaster. But at my core, that's not really what I'm doing. So you're right. I could reinvent myself if I decided that, you know what, I don't care. I don't make sketches. I don't do man on the street stuff. What I really am is this streamer guy. Maybe I do become that and we'll cross never want to get there. But what I'm doing right now,
You should
there
do
is no lower
Man on
version.
Street as a premium content thing.
Maybe, yeah.
All right. Well, Brian, we love you. Thanks for coming on. Anytime, all the time. You're one of my favorite people. Johnny, nice try. Guys, I hope to see you on the road. I love you guys very much. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.